I might want to move back to the outfield. I don't know. Wherever they put me, that's where I'll play, so I'm not too worried about it.
Final question. Where do you think you are right now, just health-wise, prepared-wise? Where do you feel you're going to be? You think you're a little rusty? Do you think you're getting out to a slow starter, or do you think you're right on the money right now?
I think I'm right on the money. Physically, I feel great. It's the first time in a few years. It might take me a little while to get my swing back, but I don't think it will take very long. I'm looking to have a good start.
Wes Banks and the newest Oak. Wes, thank you very much for joining us, and good luck your first game here in Visalia tonight.
All right, thank you.
We'll be back with the rest of the Radisson pregame show when we return here on KJUG AM 1270.
Located in the heart of downtown Visalia, come experience all the luxuries the Radisson Visalia offer. From our award-winning lunch pasta bar to a great dinner, all your favorites can be found at Bolo's Restaurant. The Radisson Visalia is pleased to be the official team hotel of the Visalia Oaks. On your next trip to Visalia to see your Oaks play, stay at the Radisson downtown and be sure to ask us about the friends and family rate. Call 559-636-1111 to make your reservation.
Play ball!
Hi, Jeff. Where are you, man? You're missing a great ball game. Why don't you have a cell phone?
Don't be left out of the game. Stay in touch with family and friends with Singular Wireless. Hit a home run with your authorized agent of Singular Wireless with locations in Lemoore, Sanger, Reedley, Coalinga, Porterville, Tulare, in Hanford next to Stables or at the Hanford Mall, in Visalia on Mooney near Ryan's Place, off the corner of Tulare and Mooney, and at the Visalia Mall. Singular Wireless, the best value in wireless.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Quality Paint and Body on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Welcome back to the Radisson pregame show. Ira Liebman here. Well, let's take a look at the standings so you know where your Oaks stack up. Well, right now, San Jose, and it really is amazing to me, when we saw them the first weekend, it didn't look too good. The Oaks took 3 of 4, but we saw them at San Jose just a little while ago last week, and they look terrific. They are currently 18-12, tied for the best record in all the California League with the High Desert Mavericks. They lead the North Division, where the Oaks play, by a game and a half over Stockton, who is 16-13. 4 games over Modesto and Visalia, who have the exact same record. They are both 4 games back. Bakersfield Blaze, they are in last at 13-15. They are actually 4 games back as well, but a .464 percentage compared to .4 at 67 for the Oaks and the Nets. So they are technically tied for 3rd, whereas Bakersfield is 4th. Let's take a look at the South, where the High Desert Mavericks lead the division at 18-12 in the South. 2 games over the Lake Elsinore Storm at 16-14. 2.5 games over Lancaster, who is 16-15. 4 games over the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, who we will see this evening for the first time. And 8 games over the Inland Empire 66ers at 10-20, which is the worst record in all of the California League. Well, as everyone takes the field, including the Little Leaguers, the Little Baseball Buddies are always cute out there, we will conclude the Radisson pregame show. And, of course, the Radisson pregame show, they are located in the heart of downtown Visalia. Come experience all the luxuries that Radisson Visalia has to offer, from our award-winning lunch pasta bar to great dinner. All your favorites can be found at Bolo's Restaurant. The Radisson Visalia is pleased to be the official team hotel of the Visalia Oaks. On your next trip to Visalia to see your Oaks play, stay at the Radisson downtown and be sure to ask your friends and family for the friends and family rate. Call 636-1111 to make your reservation. Well, as we are just about ready for the national anthem, we will conclude the Radisson pregame show. When we come back, the starting lineups and the first pitch. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
Located in the heart of downtown Visalia, come experience all the luxuries the Radisson Visalia offer. From our award-winning lunch pasta bar to a great dinner, all your favorites can be found at Bolo's Restaurant. The Radisson Visalia is pleased to be the official team hotel of the Visalia Oaks. On your next trip to Visalia to see your Oaks play, stay at the Radisson downtown and be sure to ask us about the friends and family rate. Call 559-636-1111 to make your reservation.
Play ball!
When life throws you a curveball, you want to be ready. As an authorized agent of Blue Shield of California, the Buckman Mitchell Group can help you find the Blue Shield of California health plan that best fits your family or your business. Hit a home run today by calling the Buckman Mitchell Group of Visalia, 733-1181. Serving your insurance and financial needs for close to a century. A 2004 Best Practices Award winner.
This has been the Radisson Hotel Visalia pregame show. Stay tuned for tonight's game up next on AM 1270. Visalia Oaks baseball is on the air. Presented by the Radisson Hotel Visalia on AM 1270. Brought to you locally by
Budweiser, Auto Oil Changers, Buckman Mitchell Insurance Visalia, the Visalia Coffee Company, Singular Wireless, Quality Paint and Body, and straight from Philly Steakhouse.
Visalia Oaks baseball on AM 1270.
Well, that is the national anthem. And let's take a look at the Family Healthcare Network starting lineup for the visiting Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Family Healthcare Network, where family comes first. Well, leading off and playing second base is Howie Kendrick, batting second. Brandon Wood, he is the shortstop for the Quakes. Batting third, the third baseman, Matt Brown. The cleanup hitter and DH, Bobby Wilson. Matt Pauley is the left fielder. He bats fifth. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Mike Hughes. Baltazar Lopez bats seventh. He is the first baseman. Tim Duff, the catcher, he bats eighth. Batting ninth is Jason Sugden. He is the center fielder. Along the hill, right-hander Jeremy Flanagan for your Visalia Oaks, his catcher tonight. Josh Arhart at third, Aniudi Cuevas. The double Hoy combination of Matthew Maniscalco at short and his partner Elliot Johnson at second. Wes Bankston, the newest Oak, at first base. In left, it's Joey Gomes. In center, it's Carlos Ramos. And in right, it's Jay Sitzman. Well, with Joey Gomes and Sitzman hitting extremely well right now, and Wes Bankston is a terrific hitter, I think that this lineup is ready to take off, and you're going to see some fireworks in the next few weeks. It might not be right away, but when this offense gets going and all these players are on the same page, you're going to see a hitting machine for your Visalia Oaks. Well, as right-hander Jeremy Flanagan warms up, let's take a look at the 6'3", 200-pound right-hander's numbers so far this year in 2005. Well, so far, he's pitched very well. He has no record, but he has a 2.31 ERA. This is his fourth a game and the second start for Jeremy Flanagan. Last time out, his very first start, he pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits. One of them was a home run, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Well, as Howie Kendrick steps in, he bats from the right side against the right-handed Jeremy Flanagan. Flanagan gets the sign from his catcher, Josh Arhart. Tonight's Howie & Sons Pizza first delivery is a strike made at 6:38 p.m. Howie & Sons Pizza can make your delivery fresh and hot, located at 2430 South Mooney Boulevard, or call them at 732-7949. Pitch number 2 is a strike as well. So Howie Kendrick in an 0-2 hole against Flanagan. They set up away, swung on, and just getting a piece of it is Kendrick. Kendrick really hitting a ton, to say the least. His .385 average is tops in the California League. In fact, it is 16 points better than the number 2 guy, Matt Rogestad. A bullet to first, and the first chance for the newest Oak, Wes Bankston, makes it look easy. A bullet short hop, but Bankston takes him himself, and that is 3 unassisted, and there is 1 away. Well, in steps Brandon Wood, the shortstop. Wood not hitting too shabby himself, batting .339, 13 home runs, 31 RBIs. The .339 average good for 11th in the league. His 13 home runs tops in the California League. And it's by a lot. 5 home runs over the next person with home runs, which is 8, and there's a 3-way tie. He takes the first pitch for a strike, strike 1, 0-1. The second pitch, low and outside, ball 1. We're just underway here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, top half of the first inning between the Oaks and the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, who we see for the very first time this season. A strike on the outside corner now by Flanagan. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far, Flanagan ahead of the first 2 hitters he faces. Wood bats from the right side with an open stance. Fastball high by Flanagan. Had some pop on that one, but a little bit high. That'll square the can at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wood stands very close to the plate as well. They're going to go away. Curveball smacked right back to Flanagan, who fields it, flips it over to Wes Bankston, and just like that, there is 2 away. So Bankston getting in on some early action here in his very first game as no. So in steps Matt Brown. Matt Brown bats .333, 5 home runs, and 19 RBIs. Brown bats from the right side against the right-handed Flanagan. Also stands very deep in the box. In fact, his back foot is slightly out of the batter's box. The first pitch, a strike on the outside corner. So Flanagan getting ahead of everybody he faces here in the first inning. And Flanagan can bring it. 91 to 94 on his fastball. Also has a good curveball and a change. They set up away. Swan is smacked off to the right side. That'll be way down right field and foul. No balls and 2 strikes. So far, Flanagan goes 0-2 on Kendrick, 1-2 on Wood, and now 0-2 here on Matt Brown. Pretty good start by Flanagan, getting ahead of some tough 3 hitters here. Flanagan's ready. Set for 1. The 0-2 fastball way high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No score here, top of the first inning between the Quakes and the Oaks. Flanagan gets the sign from his catcher, Josh Arhart, tonight. Arhart's going to set up a wave. The 1-2 swung on and missed strike 3. So a very easy first inning for Jeremy Flanagan, who really did make it look easy against 3 very tough hitters. First strikeout of the game for Flanagan, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down. Quakes nothing. Oaks coming to bat. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
At Auto Oil Changers, 10 minutes means a lot in 10 quick minutes. The professionals at Auto Oil Changers will change your oil and filter, lube all your fittings, as well as check and top off the rest of your vehicle's vital fluid. Auto Oil Changers with 3 locations in Visalia, at Caldwell and Demarie, on the East Main Extension, and on Tulare Avenue, plus 1 location in Tulare on East Tulare Avenue.
Auto Oil Changers, get you in, get you out, get you on the road again.
So, keep hearing it's all about the O. Well, I wanted to find out for myself, so I went to Overstock.com. And I found this big screen TV for 60% below retail. I got the perfect set of golf clubs, a tent. I even found diamond earrings for the wife. Every item was 50% more below retail, and my order was shipped to my door for $2.95. And I can buy DVDs, books, CDs, most priced below Amazon. Who knew shopping could be so easy? Discover how it is all about the O. Overstock.com.
If you're a horse owner, you should know that West Nile virus remains a deadly threat for virtually every horse in the U.S. Protect your champion with West Nile Innovator, the original West Nile virus vaccine. No West Nile vaccine has been proven more effective or protected more horses with more than 16 million doses safely administered coast to coast. Ask your veterinarian for West Nile Innovator today or visit equinewestnile.com. From Fort Dodge Animal Health.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Straight from Philly Steakout Visalia on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Welcome back to Recreation Park. The Oaks will bat for the first time. They will send up this order, the Family Healthcare Network starting right where Oaks looks like this. Family Health Network, where family comes first. Leading off and leading the league in stolen bases, Elliott Johnson. He plays second. Matt Maniscalco. He's the shortstop. He'll bat second here. Right after this first pitch, a strike to Elliott Johnson, 0-1 from Richard Thompson. Batting third, Jay Simpson, the right fielder. Wes Bankston, who we'll hopefully see in the first inning here. He is cleaning up and playing first. Joey Gomes is fifth and playing left field. Josh Arhart, the catcher, he's batting sixth. Batting seventh, John Paul Davis. He is not at first tonight. He is the DH. Batting eighth, Amiel Cuevas. He is the third baseman, and batting ninth, Carlos Ramos, the center fielder. Johnson sends us out to left center field, and it will roll to the wall. Elliott Johnson around second. He will stop. And the Oaks get off to a great start here. A leadoff double, but it's the Elliott Johnson. For Johnson, That is his 7th double on the season.
Number 2, Manny Soto.
Johnson also leads the league with 17 stolen bases. He stole 43 last year and well ahead of that pace this season. Of course, this is the 30th game for the Oaks this season, so still 110 to go, and he is almost halfway there to his total last year. Maniscalco will face Richard Thompson. Thompson, who last year now a pass ball. Elliott Johnson's going to throw out the third. The throw down, and that will be scored a pass ball. Johnson in there safely. So the Oaks with a terrific chance to get on the board here. Maniscalco also hitting very well with runners on base. In fact, let's take a look at Maniscalco's numbers. With runners in scoring position, he is batting .375. So right man up here. Well, Richard Thompson, the pitcher for the Quakes, so far this season, he has a 1-1 record with a 3.67 ERA. The 1-0, a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Matthew Maniscalco. With Elliott Johnson on third, we are in the bottom of the first. There is nobody out. The last time out, he took a loss against Bakersfield, going 5 1/3. Allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned. Also let up 2 home runs, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. This one hits the outside corner for strike 2. So Maniscalco down 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first. Infield inning, surprisingly, in the bottom of the first inning. Very surprising here in the very first inning. You don't see that unless they plan on this being a terrific pitcher duel. A little too early to tell. This one low in the dirt, blocked by catcher Tim Duff for the Quakes. So that'll square the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes with no out and Elliott Johnson at third. You're just joining us. There is no score here in the bottom of the first. Elliott Johnson doubled and got the third on a pass ball that Tim Duff let it away. Thompson sets. They set up away. The 2-2 from Thompson swung on and missed by Maniscalco. So Maniscalco cannot get the job done. First strikeout by Thompson here, and in steps the red-hot Jay Sitzman. As much as I've spoke about how hot Joey Jones has been, Jay Sitzman clearly right now the hottest Oak hitter. He's on a 10-game hitting streak. During that time, he's 14 for 37, 378. He also has a 6-game RBI streak, and a great chance right here to extend it to 7 with Elliott Johnson on third with only 1 away. Well, Sitzman bats on the left side and get the right-handed Thompson. Thompson last year pitched for Australia in the Olympics, so he has himself an Olympic silver medal. The one to pitch to Sitzman way outside, ball 2, 2-0. Sitzman's average really climbing up to 264.5 now, no home runs and 14 RBIs. Pretty nice day here, a little windy, but about 75 degrees or so. The 2-0 pitch to Sitzman. Low and inside, ball 3, 3-0. After Sitzman, it doesn't get any easier. In West Bankston, I will go over his numbers last year in Charleston, and they are very impressive. And keep in mind, that is not a hitter's park. The 3-0 pitch on the outside corner, strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Looked like a changeup there. The wind real blowing out. Ball in the leave in a hurry here tonight. Blowing straight out in center and about 15 to 20 miles an hour as well. Swung it down the left field side, right over the Visalia Buick Pontiac GMC barbecue picnic deck. So the count now full on Sitzman, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson gets a sign from his catcher Tim Duff. Duff sets up away. The payoff pitch to Sitzman just misses on the outside corner. Great eye by Sitzman. Runners on the corners now. And steps West Bankston for the first time this season. Bankston coming off extended spring training. His first start here tonight for the Oaks. Just came in last night. Bankston, as I mentioned, in an unfriendly Charleston River Dogs Park. There's a park they owned and a lot of the other Oaks players played in. Listen to these numbers. It was unfriendly, and he still hit .289 with 23 home runs and 101 RBIs. First pitch to Bankston, a little bit low, 0-1-1-0. On top of the 23 home runs, I spoke to Bankston yesterday. He told me that the wind blows in quite hard in that park, so imagine the strength that Bankston does have. They're going to set up away. The 1-0 count coming to West Bankston. Swung and hit deep to right field. Will it stay fair? It is hooking foul, and that one went a long way right to the right of the 320 side, about 15 to 20 feet so from being fair. One ball, struck one out, runners on the corners, bottom half of the first inning. Elliott Johnson down at third. Jay Sitzman on at first. There is no score here between the Oaks and the Quakes. Game one of a 3-game series here before the Oaks go out on the road. Bankston wears number 31 as an open stance from the right side. They set up away again now. The old fake to third, fake to first, no throw. And nobody was fooled by that one. Well, Thompson is a 6'1", 180-pound right-hander. Last year he was 3-2 with Rancho Cucamonga. So far this year, 1-1. Way inside, almost hits Bankston as he turns out of the way. This year, 1-1 in a 3.67 ERA in 34 and 30. He's allowed 12 walks and 23 strikeouts. Pretty good walk-to-strikeout ratio. They're going to set up inside this time. And now it throws a first and over the head of Baltazar Lopez. Coming down to score is Elliott Johnson. And the Oaks will take a 1-0 lead. So error on the pitcher. The old E1. And with a 1-0 lead, and now Sitzman down at second. A 2-ball, 1-strike count coming to Wes Bankston. So Bankston didn't have to do any damage. The Oaks get a break on the arrow. It really wasn't that close. It was way over Lopez's head at first. He didn't have a chance to bring that one down. Thompson will now deal to Bankston. He looks in for the sign from Duff. Duff sets up away. Looks the runner back at second. The 2-1 swung and hit down the right field line again. A foul, not quite as far. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the count to Wes Bankston. Bankston, and I'll get to it if I have a second here. And I'll get to it after this pitch. The 2-2 pitch coming from Thompson to Bankston. Looks the runner back at second. The 2-2. Check swing, did he go? And they punch him out. Jeremy Barb punched him out and asked for help, by home plate umpire Shane Alexander. So, not the first in that Wes Bankston wanted. Second strikeout of the inning by Thompson. The Oaks lead 1-0 and still have a runner down at second with 2 away now, and in steps the red-hot Joey Gomes. Gomes bats from the right side against the right-handed Richard Thompson. The first pitch to Gomes, a curveball high, ball 1-0. Gomes still on fire in May, batting an even .400. They're going to set up away on Gomes. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball a little bit high. That'll run the count to 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Oaks lead 1-0 and still have a runner down on second base. Jay Sitzman, who walked. The Oaks got the run on a double by Elliott Johnson, a pass ball they got to third, and then an error by a pitcher who threw first baseman Baltazar Lopez allowed him to score. Fastball inside, 3-0 now on Gomes. They might know that Gomes is hot. They don't need neither of them. I think word gets around the league quick. The space is open, so maybe pitching around Gomes a little bit here. Gomes, 12 for 30, good for 400, 12 RBIs in his last 8 games. The 3-0 pitch, and that's a strike on the outside corner. 3-1 now the count to Gomes. This might be some terrific lineup. Keep in mind, Elliott Johnson has done well in the leadoff spot. Matthew Maniscalco has done great in the number 2 spot. Sitzman's on fire. Gomes is on fire. Bankston, a terrific hitter. And Jason Proddy will eventually be back this year. And now it's time called by Gomes. You know, you think about Sitzman and Gomes. They didn't have Bankston or Proddy, which they were expected to have. You can't completely blame it on that. They got to a slow start. Got a little bit of a slow starter anyway each year, but what if he did is the question you need to ask, and that one he strike. Now on the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away here. Runner down at second, Jay Sitzman. The Oaks lead 1-0 in the bump on first. This is the 3rd straight game the Oaks have scored in the first inning. They're 1-1, unfortunately. He scored 2 runs in the first inning in the last 2 games, and this one swung on and missed, strike 3. So Thompson, despite letting up the run, strikes out the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We're through 1 inning of play. It is 1-0 Oaks over the Quakes. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUK AM 1270.
Hey fans, did you know the hot dog served at your ballpark are the same ones served at a major league park? The winner of the famous taste test over 18 other manufacturers, Alpine was chosen for healthiest products. Made in small batches with premium spices and no extenders or MSG, then slowly smoked with hickory chips. Man, oh what a flavor. The good news is you don't have to go to a sports game to enjoy. You can pick some up at your favorite food store or savor the flavor at home. After all, everything else is just a weenie. You can pick up Alpine hot dogs and sausages at Save Mart and other fine food stores. Ask your butcher. You'll savor the flavor of Alpine meats.
Come see a band who's on stage. Energy has fans coming back over and over again.
Race it on and here comes pride in the backstretch.
Sawyer Brown, and they're coming to rock the stage at Chuck Chansey Volcano on June 10th. Call 1-866-7-WIN-WIN for tickets or visit ChuckChanseyGold.com. Must be 21. Sawyer Brown, June 10th at Chuck Chansey Gold, where big things happen. Highway 41, just north of Fresno. In Course Gold, they were voted Vocal Group of the Year for the Country Music Awards 4 times. Diamond Rio is coming to perform their greatest hits at Chuck Chansey Gold Casino on July 7th. Call 1-866-7-WIN-WIN for tickets or visit ChuckChanseyGold.com. Must be 21. Diamond Rio, July 7th at Chuck Chansey Gold, where big things happen. Highway 41, just north of Fresno, in Course Gold.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Singular Wireless and Visalia Porterville Hanford on AM 1270.
We move to the top of the second inning. The Oaks with a quick 1-0 lead as they scored in the bottom half of the first. Well, Jeremy Flanagan, who was terrific in the first inning, got a ground ball to first, a ground ball back to him, and a strikeout. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 here for the Quakes in the top half of the second inning. It'll be Wilson, Pauly, and Hughes. Bobby Wilson, a DH, batting .309, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. The first pitch swung and chopped to the on-deck circle towards the Oaks dugout. No balls and 1 strike. Wilson bats from the right side against the right-handed Flanagan. The 0-1, he hits the outside corner. Looked like the changeup there from Flanagan. No ball and 2 strikes. Flanagan, the 4th straight hitter he's gotten off to an 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Arhart dropped it. He's going to have to throw it down to first, and does. So second straight strikeout for Flanagan, and the second strikeout of the night for Jeremy as well.
The left fielder, number 35, Matt Pauly.
Well, in steps Matt Pauly. Pauly spells his name P-A-L-I, but it is pronounced Pauly. He's the left fielder for the Quakes. He's batting .262, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. Takes the first pitch a little low and outside. Ball 1-0. The left-hander has a pretty straight-up stance. Takes the next pitch low and away. Ball 2-2. The first hitter, Flanagan, has been behind. Flanagan gets the sign. Winds. The 2-0. High and away. Ball 3-0. We're just underway here. Top of the second inning. Oaks lead 1-0. First meeting between the Oaks and the Quakes, and this is way outside, ball 4, so the first walk of the night for Jeremy Flanagan, and in steps the number 6 hitter, Mike Hughes. Hughes batting .222, no home runs, 3 RBI. In case you're wondering, and perhaps you were, let's see what kind of numbers Pauly has to see if he's a stolen base threat. Not really. 1 attempt, and he was caught. Not a good thief, is he? And takes a huge lead, and Flanagan's going to have him picked off now. And he gets back. Oh, I don't believe that. A throw clearly beat him there. I guess they said that his foot got back in first. Don't know what he was doing. He was trying to take that secondary lead on the pitch, but Flanagan wasn't really even set yet. And he got caught there in no man's land, but got back somehow. Hughes bats from the right side. There's a straight-up stance from the right side. And it's way inside. Good play by Arhart as he goes to his left towards the batter. Stopped that one from going to the screen. A 1 ball and no strikes to count to Hughes. Let me see how tall Hughes is. He looks huge out there. Hughes is 6'3". He looks like he's 6'5" or above out there. Flanagan throws over. The runner, Paulie, gets back. 1 on, 1 out here for Mike Hughes. Oaks lead 1-0 over the Quakes. Flanagan sets. Fastball away. Ball to 2-0. Now, Arhart's going to have a word with Flanagan. Well, behind home plate tonight is Shane Alexander, Jeremy Barb on the bases tonight. And the umpires for tonight's game are presented by Visalia optometrist Dr. Stephen Sarens. From treatment and measured eye disease, comprehensive eye exams, and glasses in an hour, Dr. Stephen Sarens has many ways to help you see better than the umpires. Call Dr. Stephen Sarens or set up an appointment at 737-9690 or stop by his office in the Costco Shopping Center on South Moon Boulevard. The 2-0 fouled off. That one hit Arhart. 2 balls and 1 strike to count now to Mike Hughes. Oaks lead here 1-0, top half of the second inning. Flanagan's ready. He's set. Arhart sets away. The 2-1 just misses a little bit low. Ball 3-1. So Flanagan, after striking out 2 in a row, in danger of walking 2 in a row here. Flanagan ready. He sets. The 3-1 pitch swung and hit high in the air to center field. Moving over is Carlos Ramos, who brings it out for out number 2. And that flight is presented by Visalia Municipal Airport. For free parking, a short commute, and easy access to hundreds of airports around the country, Visalia Municipal Airport. Well, Mike Hughes flies out to center for out number 2, and into Baltazar Lopez. Lopez is tonight's beer batter, so if Flanagan can hit his 3rd strikeout of the night, fans will get $1 beer for 10 minutes. Lopez batting 170, no home runs, 6 RBIs, fouls us off to the left side. No balls and 1 strike. So the fans 1/3 of the way there. Lopez, who wears number 32 and bats from the left side, has a pretty straight up stance, nothing too fancy. Slightly closed, and I mean like a 1/4 of a step closed. And Flanagan goes to first now, thinking Paulie may go with 2 away, but he gets back in, standing up easily. The Quakes, an affiliate of the Angels, Oaks, of course, with Tampa Bay. Arhart sets up away here. The 0-1, swung and hit high in the air. That will be foul off 3rd base. And that one goes back. And they are 2/3 of the way here towards 10-minute beer for just $1. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner still down at first. Matt Paulie. Oaks lead 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. For a left-handed hitter, Carlos Ramos at center, pretty much behind second base in center field. And this one low gets away from Arhart, and now the runner is going to go down to second. They're going to score that one a wild pitch. So runner down in scoring position now for Lopez. Lopez has 6 RBIs on the year, no home runs. And there's not a big gap in center, even though Ramos right behind second in center, because Chase Siffman way over towards right center. And this is on the inside corner. Fans were already walking towards the beer concession stands, but it is a ball a little bit inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 1-0 the Oaks lead here in the top of the second. Arhart sets up away. The 2-2 pitch from Flanagan. This one gets away from Arhart. He's going to try for third, and they're going to have him. No, for some reason, Cuevas steps back after he fields the ball. And the sun might have been in his eyes there. At this point in the day, shadows are creeping towards the mound, but in certain sections there's still spotted sun. Just to the left of third is a shadow that goes where a third baseman usually stands all the way into left field, but then sun's switch short as well. So runner at third now. The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good job by Flanagan, not being phased by the run moving up. So free beer, not free beer, $1 beer for the fans here. That is the 3rd strikeout of the night for Flanagan. Strikes at 2 in the inning. No runs, no hits. No errors and 1 minute left on base. We are through an inning and a half. It is 1-0 Oaks. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KDOT AM 1270.
Idea Printing and Graphics, a proud sponsor of Visalia Oaks Baseball. Family-owned, operated commercial quick printer serving the Valley for over 28 years. Dedicated to providing the best traditional and cutting-edge printing. From business cards to billboards, whether you want the simplest black and white flyer or full-color brochures. Custom vehicle graphics are a 30-foot trade show display. Idea Printing and Graphics is your one-stop full-service source for everything printed. Call 733-4149 or on the web at VisaliaIdea.com. Stop by his office Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, located 2 blocks east of the DMV at 1921 East Main Street.
Ah, spring. Flowers and trees are in bloom, birds are singing, and a sudden thunderstorm can destroy unprotected crops. John Hibbler knows the risks you take as a grower and can work for you to maximize the time you have to take protective measures. Daily reports are available by fax, email, or online. Need more frequent updates? Personal consultations are included in the package. Make John a part of your ag team. Call John Hibbler Weather Forecasting 1-866-419-3590 and on the web at johnhibbler.com.
Duty. Neighbors united for the common good. Honor. The faith that dedication to a noble cause is right, just, and good. Country. A vow to support our nation's people during desperate times. Duty. Honor. Country. We're the Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
Army National Guard, you can.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Buckman Mitchell Insurance in Visalia on AM 1270.
We move to the bottom of the second inning. It'll be Josh Arhart, John Paul Davis, and Amniuti Cuevas, 6, 7, and 8 for the Oaks. Arhart batting .271, 1 home run, and 11 RBI. Sends this one to right center field, and it is caught by Jason Sugden. Nice running catch by Sugden in a tough right center field. A lot of sun out there, and that is out number 1. Well, in steps John Paul Davis. Davis's average slowly creeping up. 224, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs overall. John Paul Davis, because of the addition to Wes Bankston, DHing tonight. Bats from the right side against the right-handed Richard Thompson, former Australian Olympian, played in last year's 2004 Olympics, has himself a silver medal. Davis batted just .196 in April, but so far in May, batting .300, 6 for 20. And actually, Davis, who hits right-handed, hits righties better for some reason, batting .267 against righties, only .161 against lefties, so over 100 points lower against lefties, which is usually easy for a right-handed batter. Well, I should say easy. It's easy from up here, easier. 3-0 now the count on John Paul Davis. Thompson winds the 3-0. Hits the inside corner for strike 1, 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, today is Tuesday, so it's $2 Tuesdays here where fans get $2 bleacher seats. Fastball away, so that is ball 4. So John Paul Davis will take a trot down to first on the free pass. Myself, John Paul Davis, and Matthew Maniscalco today went to the Lions Club, and they were very nice to us. And the three of us spoke for a few minutes, and I found out something interesting about John Paul Davis. He actually went to the University of Texas, big-time school, big baseball school, and he actually passed up his final year. And this one, over second baseman Howie Kendrick's head, a base hit by Amniuti Cuevas. So runners now at first and second with only 1 out, and in steps Carlos Ramos. Continuing my thought, he played at the University of Texas for 3 years, and really a terrific baseball school. I mean, I don't really have to tell you, Clemens went there. There's a ton of terrific ball players. But in his last year, he transferred to Arkansas Tech to be closer to home, and they were a Division II school, so he took a jump down from Division I to Division II. To play with his younger brother, who he never got a chance to play with. And you got to really admire John Paul Davis for that, because he could have gone to a school, maybe people wouldn't have noticed him as more. You know, a lot higher profile University of Texas could have affected him playing pro ball. And this one shot to short. It is caught on the line, and it will be a double play as they continue it to first. I don't know how they're going to score that, but either way, it is a double play, and that is it for the Oaks. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and one man left on base. We are through 2 innings of play. It is 1-0 Oaks. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
The bond between food and Pepsi is a storied tradition. It is a bond of respect and admiration.
I just know that when I come out of the piping hot oven covered in cheese and pepperoni, I'm a little disoriented. But then I see that beautiful blue and red and white eye gazing at me. I know I'm not alone.
A bond that says where there's a pizza and a Pepsi, things are going to be okay.
And that's when I knew who I was. I'm a pizza. And proud of it. You know, it's because of... Oh, thank you, Pepsi. It really, meant a lot.
It's a bond of... Well, you say it, Mr. Pizza.
Love. I love you, Pepsi. I'm a pizza, and I love Pepsi. There, I said it.
Pepsi, food's good. Pepsi, it's the cola.
Are you doing the right thing wrong? For example, trying to eliminate the fire hazards from around your home and in the process starting a fire. Each year, CDF, Tulare County Fire Department, responds to fires started by equipment. Your fire department recommends that you work on your clearances before 10 a.m., not in the heat of the day. Remove rocks from the area before you cut to cut dry weeds. A message from the California Department of Forestry, Tulare County Fire Department.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Auto Oil Changers locations in Visalia and in Tulare on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
We move to the top half of the third inning here, and the Oaks lead 1-0. I know a lot of people around the ballpark here, Recreation Park, have headsets on, and I know you guys are scoring also. So just to clarify that last inning, it was actually a 6-4 double play. In other words, the line drive to shortstop was caught for 1 out, and the throw to second was out number 2. The throw back to first didn't count. If there was no outs, it actually would have been a triple play, but officially a line-out double play 6-4. Well, Flanagan starts his third inning of work, and the first pitch, a strike to Tim Duff. It'll be Duff, Sugden, and then back to the top of the order with Kendrick, so 8, 9, and 1. Fastball hits the outside corner, no balls and 2 strikes, so Flanagan comes out throwing here. Flanagan already has 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings. Duff, who bats from the right side, has a closed stance. This one hit high in the air to right field and down the line. This could be trouble. Coming in is right fielder Jay Sitzman, who reaches up a little bit behind him, brings it down for out number 1. So Flanagan was very impressive his last time out, and really even better here so far.
Jason Sugden.
Well, Jason Sugden steps in. Sugden batting .254, 2 home runs, and 13 RBIs. Sugden bats from the left side against the right-handed Flanagan. And a straight-up stance from the left side, nothing unusual. And he bunts it in the air. Flanagan's going to call everybody off and grab it to the right of the mound. Excellent play by Jeremy Flanagan. A little pop-out is good for out number 2. So good job by Flanagan.
Howie Kendrick.
Doing it all. Soon he'll take a bat out there. Good fielder, good pitcher. Flanagan, in case you were wondering, where's number 29 out there? He'll be righty on righty here as we go to the top of the order with the dangerous Howie Kendrick. Slaps this one to second base. Elliott Johnson has it and throws it over. Quick and quiet inning. Great job by Flanagan. 4 pitches, 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down. We are through 2.5 innings of play. It is Oaks 1, Quakes nothing. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
In baseball, there's simply no substitute for speed, or on the internet for that matter. That's why Comcast high-speed internet is up to 5 times faster than 768K DSL, and up to 70 times faster than 56K dial-up. And with Comcast, you just don't get blazing speed. You get an always-on connection, so you'll never be stranded by busy signals again. Experience the advantage of America's #1 high-speed internet provider. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Last year, over 10,000 people witnessed the spectacle.
All
Baseball.
This year, the crowd will rumble as hundreds of racers will roar down the sand drag track.
The event is this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the International Agri Center in Tulare, with the actual sand drag Saturday and Sunday.
On Friday, you'll hear more than 130 vendor booths, including top ATV and RV manufacturers.
And everybody loves the show and shine. Enter your vehicle in the competitive rock crawling or take a ride in the Monsters Trucking Fun. Big Saturday and Sunday, the main event. Last year, Scott Whipple was the big winner. This year, who knows? Bring the whole family. There's loads of kids games. The cost is $10 at 8. Children 10 and under are free. Call Butch Holtz for more information, 904-3900, or look online at accessforallexpo.com. Show hours Friday 5 to 10, Saturday and Sunday 9 to 5. The Access for All Expo this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the International Agri Center in Tulare. Brought to you by Bud Light, Dan Gamble RV, Clausen Motorsports, Standard Dixon Magazine, the Friends of Oceano News, and The Jug. Call 904-3900 for more info.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Visalia Coffee Company on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Well, we move to the bottom of the third inning, and the third inning, as you know, because I know you're always listening, is the El Tapateo We Score You Win inning. If the Oaks score in the third inning of any home game, fans win a free appetizer with the purchase of a meal at El Tapateo Restaurant. El Tapateo is literally located across the street from the ballpark, and now El Tapateo's food is available inside the ballpark as well. For authentic Mexican food, eat El Tapateo. Well, Elliot Johnson, Maniscalco, and Jay Sitzman bat here, 1, 2, and 3. First pitch to Johnson, a little bit low. Ball 1, 1-0. Oaks lead here 1-0, bottom of the third inning. 1 run, 2 hits for the Oaks. No runs, no hits for the Quakes. This one way inside. That'll be ball 2. 2-0 to count to Elliot Johnson. Thompson winds. The 2-0 pitch. Swung and smacked through the right side for a base hit. So Elliot Johnson is 2 for 2 now, a double and a single. And Elliot Johnson already leads the league with 17 stolen bases. Let's see if number 18 will come up here. I'll tell you what is maybe the most fascinating stat by Elliot Johnson. Elliot Johnson has as many stolen bases as he does RBIs. 17 stolen bases, 17 RBIs. An impressive number, especially for a leadoff hitter, 17 RBIs. He is second on the team in RBIs, and he bats in the number 1 hole. He's a pretty good threat out there. Elliot Johnson has the speed, leads the league in stolen bases, drives runs in, as I mentioned, with the 17 RBIs. Also has a little pop, has 3 home runs, not bad for a leadoff hitter. Bats .293. He's a real good second baseman. And there he goes. The throw down is not in time. Goes off Johnson and into right field. So number 18 on the year for Elliot Johnson. Got a pretty good jump there. A good throw would have been close, but it was sailed way off to the right side and carried off Johnson. He was not hurt. Well, Matthew Maniscalco now has a runner to drive in at second. Maniscalco himself, third on the team in RBIs. He has 16. So you can see the production at the top of the order for the Oaks. Very impressive. And if Gomes and Sitzman continue to hit with the addition of Wes Bankston, and eventually Jason Proddy will get back, this is going to be one heck of a lineup. 1-0 the Oaks lead here, bottom of the third. Swung and hit down the right field line. That'll be foul into the bleachers. $2 bleacher seats, by the way, tonight. So if you're within the sound of my voice, it is only the bottom of the third inning, only 1-0 Oaks. Still plenty of time. Good night here. Pretty nice night. A little windy, but very nice temperature-wise. Be an 0-1 pitch coming to Matthew Maniscalco. Thompson taking a long time. Now he sets. Making a setup inside on Maniscalco this time. The 0-1 pitch actually hits the outside corner for strike 3. The third strikeout of the night for the former Olympian, Richard Thompson. So with 1 away, and Elliot Johnson still down at second base, Jay Sitzman will step in. Speaking of the hot Sitzman. Sitzman walked his last time up, got to second base, but was not brought around. That's on the left side against the right-handed Richard Thompson. They set up a way And now Thompson stops in the middle of his windup and goes to second, of course. Not a balk. Sitzman wears number 28. Bats on the left side. The first pitch swung on and grounded to second. This will get Elliott Johnson over. Howie Kendrick has it, and he throws out Sitzman 4-3. So a 2 away, and now a runner down at third. In steps Wes Bankston. Let me tell you a pretty impressive thing about Bankston. Well, not only is he the newest Oak, but last year, played for Steve Lizzie as well at Charleston, was named the Charleston Player of the Year, had a career-high 101 RBIs, joined fellow River Dog Delman Young to become the first teammates in the Salary League to record 100 RBIs since Ronald Wright and Andrew Jones, of course, of the Braves. They had 104 and 101, respectively. And this one hit up the middle and through for a base hit. So Bankston pays off right away. And in his second at bat as an Oak, gets an RBI and gives the Oaks a 2-0 lead. Well, how about that Bankston? But I am telling you, you have seen nothing yet from Wes Bankston. So Bankston does have a little speed. Also stole 9 bases last year. Fits in very well with this one. For instance, another hot hitter, Joey Gomes. And we're going to see how the combination of Sitzman, Bankston, and Gomes do together. Gomes hits one straight back. He was all over that one. Strike one, no balls, and 1 strike. 2 outs here. The Oaks have added another run to make it 2-0. Thompson looks back. Bankston at first. He has to step from his catcher, Tim Duff. They're going to set up away on Gomes. The 0-1. Fastball a little bit low and away. A ball, one ball and 1 strike. Thompson's ready. Looks in for the sign. Sets. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded to short. Up with it is Wood, who flips over to second base to Hendrick, and that will do it. Score that one. A fielder's choice, 6-4. But the Oaks get another run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We have through 3 innings of play. It is Oaks 2, Quakes nothing. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Mixed Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
Functionality, increased productivity. These are just a few of the improvements California Business Furnishings will bring to your office environment when they put their experience to work for you. Their state-of-the-art products allow you to easily adapt your workspace to any situation. Movable walls and furniture eliminate the need for costly, time-consuming construction, which harm the environment. California Business Furnishings, above and beyond service, above your expectations, and beyond factory warranties. 276-0561. 276-0561.
Play ball!
When life throws you a curveball, you want to be ready. As an authorized agent of Blue Shield of California, the Buckman Mitchell Group can help you find the Blue Shield of California health plan that best fits your family or your business. Hit a home run today by calling the Buckman Mitchell Group of Visalia, 733-1181. Serving your insurance and financial needs for close to a century. A 2004 Best Practices Award winner. Just taking a peek out the window will give you a short-term instant weather forecast. But that's not very helpful when you need to know if you'll be able to get in a full day of outdoor work. Will that storm system move in earlier than expected? Don't take chances with your business. Give John Hibbler Weather Forecasting a call today and find out how easy it is to put John to work for you. Daily reports and personal consultations will help you plan your projects and reduce expenses. Call John today, 1-866-419-3590. On the web at johnhibbler.com. Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Quality Paint and Body on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Well, we move to the top of the 4th inning. Jeremy Flanagan rolling along very nicely. He is not allowed a hit and only 1 walk to go along with 3 strikeouts. He will face 2, 3, and 4 here for the Quakes, Wood, Brown, and Wilson. Wood's first pitch is fouled back. Strike 1, 0-1. These next 3 hitters really can hit. In fact, Brown is 12th in the league in hitting at .333. This pitch a ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. He also leads the league in doubles with 14 and extra base hits with 20. 1 ball, 1 strike the count to Brandon Wood. Wood grounded out his first time out right back to Flanagan. He's 0 for 1. The 2-1 swung on and grounded to short. Maniscalco has it. Long throw in plenty of time, and that is out number 1, 6-3. Well, Brown steps in.
The third baseman, number 11, Matt Brown.
Brown batting .333, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Strike 1, 0-1. Oaks lead 2-0 here, top of the 4th inning. Flanagan winds. The 0-1 pitch swung on and grounded to second. Elliott Johnson has it, flips it over to Bankston, and there is quickly out number 2. 7 in a row now retired by Flanagan. And in steps Bobby Wilson.
Bobby Wilson.
Wilson 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up against Flanagan, one of 3 strikeout victims by Flanagan. This one hit over Elliott Johnson's head and into right field for a base hit. So a 2-out single here for the Quakes. And in steps the number 5 hitter, Matt Pauley.
Quakes left fielder, number 35, Matt Pauley.
Pauley batting .262, 3 home runs, 19 RBIs. He walked his first time up. 2 wild pitches got him to third, but Flanagan bared down and got the next 2 batters to strand the runner at third. Pauley bats from the left side against the right-handed Flanagan. They're going to set up away. And Flanagan now chases back Bobby Wilson to first. Wilson has 2 stolen bases. He has not been caught, at least not yet. First pitch coming to Pauley, swung and grounded right to Wes Bankston. What a bullet. Another great short hop by Bankston. And he will take it to first himself. That'll do it. So far, Wes Bankston very impressive in the field and at the plate. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We are through 3.5 innings of play. It is Oaks 2, Quakes nothing. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
Play ball! Hi, Jeff. Where are you, man? You're missing a great ball game. Why don't you have a cell phone?
Don't be left out of the game. Stay in touch with family and friends with Singular Wireless. Hit a home run with your authorized agent of Singular Wireless with locations in Lemoore, Sanger, Reedley, Coalinga, Porterville, Tulare, in Hanford next to Stables or at the Hanford Mall. In Visalia on Mooney near Ryan's Place. Off the corner of Tulare and Mooney and at the Visalia Mall. Singular Wireless, the best value in wireless.
Sadly, arthritis pain can make people say goodbye to the little things they love, but not people who use Aleve. People whose doctors have told them the good news about the strength and safety of Aleve, that only 2 Aleve can stop arthritis pain all day. Ask your doctor the good news about Aleve. Use as directed for minor arthritis pain.
Join Aleve and the Arthritis Foundation for the annual Arthritis Walk, which takes place this May all across the country. For more information on the Arthritis Walk or the good news about Aleve, go to Aleve.com.
A 1.99% mortgage. Call Quicken Loans now for an introductory rate of just 1.99% on the Smart Choice interest-only loan. Call 800-316-3511 to see how you could get a $200,000 mortgage for only $330 a month, exclusively from Quicken Loans. Call now, 800-316-3511. 30-year mortgage interest-only payment for the first 10 years. Initial interest payment and rate of 1.99%. APR 4.114%. Fixed for the first 6 months, adjust every 6 months. After 6 months, payment is $687.50. Quicken Loans is an equal housing lender, licensed in all 50 states.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Straight from Philly Steakout, Visalia, on Classic Hit Country, AM 1270.
Well, we move to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Oaks will bat Arhart, Davis, and Cuevas. 1 ball, no strike to count on Josh Arhart. Earhart, last time up, flew out to center field, hit it on the nose, but right at center fielder Jason Sugden. 2-0 now the count on Earhart. Thompson winds, the 2-0 grounded to third, and off third baseman Matt Brown's mitt, tough hop. They're going to score that a base hit. That was a brutal hop. Otherwise, Brown probably would have had it pretty easily. So a leadoff single here for Earhart and the Oaks, and in steps John Paul Davis, who was already on once. He walked on his lone trip to the plate.
The designated hitter, number 16, John Paul Davis.
Thompson, who resides in Sydney, Australia. Righty on righty here. Thompson against John Paul Davis. Smacked down the third base line. That is a foul ball. Just missed being fair by a few inches. And hear how well Davis is hitting the ball. And I think, more than anything, you can hear how much better Davis is making contact. Like I said, he is starting to come around, and Davis really a terrific hitter. It's just a matter of time for him. Davis spent time at Double-A in 2003, so he knows what it's like to hit. 0-1 coming to John Paul Davis. Fastball inside. That'll be ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike here in the bottom of the fourth inning, with the Oaks leading 2-0. A 1-1 pitch to John Paul Davis. Hit out to right field and fairly deep, but playables. Mike Hughes right on the warning track brings it down for out number 1 as Josh Earhart scampers back to first base. So with 1 away, insteps on to Yudi Cuevas. Cuevas is 1 for 1. Hit a hot shot up the middle for a base hit his last time up.
Oaks third baseman, number 20, and
Cuevas hitting righties much better than lefties, although he's a righty. 333 against righties, 286 against lefties. He has 7 multi-hit games on this season, including his best game of the year on April 21st, where he went 4 for 4 with 3 doubles. So 3 of the 7 multi-hit games. No balls and 1 strike with 1 out. 1 runner down at first. Josh Earhart, who led off this inning here in the the bottom half of the fourth. Oaks already leading 2-0. And Earhart starts and stops. Look like there might be a hit and run here. But Earhart just trying to shake things up a little bit. Maybe get Thompson a little nervous. Make Duff a little more alert down there behind the dish. Thompson sets. They're going to set up away. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, and nice play by the diving Brandon Wood at short. This might be 2. And a high throw away pulls Baltasar Lopez off the base, so they only get 1. So they will score there just a line drive to the shortstop for 2 away. Earhart still down at first, and in steps Carlos Ramos. Ramos last time up grounded into his score double play. It was hit right to Wood, and Wood went to second baseman Howie Kendrick for out number 3. He also went on to first, but was not necessary. Would have been a triple play if there was no out. Ramos squares the bunt, fouls it off to the left side. A running bunt. Ramos does that a lot, and pretty good at it as well. Matter of fact, Sunday, he dropped down a ball down the third base line that they could just only hope went foul, but it kicked right to the third base bag, and it was a fair ball. Perfect bunt by Ramos. Let's see if he bunts again here with an 0-1 count. He does not. Swings away and hits this one fairly deep to right field. On the run is Mike Hughes, who makes it with 1 step on the warning track, and that will do it. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base We are through 4. Your score, Oaks 2, Quakes nothing. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
Visalia Coffee Company, Visalia's best coffee shop, now has new extended hours and a great dinner menu. Already well known for its great breakfast and lunch menu, Visalia Coffee Company is now open Monday through Thursday from 6:30 to 10:30 and Sunday 7 to noon, offering gourmet oven-roasted entrees and fantastic salads, exclusive wines and microbrews, your favorite coffees, teas, or espresso, and fountain drinks, all in one great location. You'll find all this and more at Visalia's best coffee shop, Visalia Coffee Company, on Main Street in downtown Visalia.
I am an American soldier.
I am a soldier in the Army National Guard.
I am a warrior and a member of a team.
I live the Army values.
I am disciplined, physically and mentally tough. I am the guardian of freedom
and the American way of life.
I am an American soldier.
I am the Army National Guard.
Defend freedom. In the Army National Guard, you can. Visit 1-800-GO-GUARD.com today.
Sponsored by the California National Guard. Aired by the California Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you doing the right thing wrong? For example, trying to eliminate the fire hazards from around your home and in the process starting a fire. Each year, CDF, Tulare County Fire Department, responds to fires started by equipment. Your fire department recommends that you work on your clearances before 10 a.m., not in the heat of the day. Remove rocks from the area before you cut to cut dry weeds. A message from the California Department of Forestry, Tulare County Fire Department.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Singular Wireless and Visalia Porterville Hanford on AM 1270.
We move to the top half of the fifth inning. Jeremy Flanagan still out there for the Oaks, cruising along. He will face 6, 7, and 8 here. For the Quakes, it will be Hughes, Lopez, and Duff. Well, Hughes so far, 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. The Oaks, of course, are affiliated with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, and they have made their opening year with the Devil Rays here. So far, a decent start. They're 14-16 coming into tonight's action. They have been in the California League, however, since 1946. The Quakes, of course, affiliated with now the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Since 2001, first pitch by Flanagan, a strike one, 0-1. They've been in the California League since 1993, however. Flanagan's second pitch, curveball hits the outside corner, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count them up. Hughes. Fairly nice evening here as all the shadows are pretty much gone. This one hit out to right field for a base hit. Sitzman, too hot in front of him, knocked it down to keep the runner at first. The leadoff man gets on for actually the first time tonight against Flanagan. And in steps Baltazar Lopez. He struck out his first time up against Flanagan.
So the batter, first baseman number 32, Baltazar Lopez.
Best Western can make it easy to catch all the Oaks action this season. Stay at a Best Western in California, Hawaii, or Nevada, and you can win a free limited edition bobblehead and save up to 25% on your next room. Smack to the right side. That'll be through for a base hit. So tough start here for Flanagan and the Oaks. First 2 batters single to right field. And there's runners now at first and second with nobody out. And in steps the catcher, Tim Duff. Duff batting .235, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Flew out to right field his first time up, 0 for 1. And there is no truth to the rumor that he is part of the Duff franchise, if you're a big Simpson fan like I am. No, he is not. And hence there is no Duff since it's a fictional beer. Hey, but Homer Simpson thinks it's good, so it must be pretty decent. He bats from the right side against the right-handed Flanagan. There's a closed stance from the right side. And now timeout called by home plate umpire Shane Alexander. Flanagan's ready now. The first pitch coming to Duff is a curveball, a little bit high, ball 1-0. Now, the longest Flanagan has gone is 5 innings so far this season, and this is the 5th inning, so he may be tiring just a little bit. Fastball hits the outside corner. Nice pop on the fastball there. So maybe not. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, we'll see if Flanagan's up in the zone in this inning. You'll know he's starting to come to the end of his rope. First 2 batters here got on, both singles by Hughes and Lopez. Runners on first and second with nobody out, and the Oaks leading 2-0 in the top half of the 5th. Third straight game, the Oaks have gotten off to a 2-0 lead. They are 1-1 so far. A 1-1 pitch, a square to bunt, and this one foul down the first base line. Good idea, being that he did not square on the first 2 pitches. Now 1-2, we will most likely not be bunting here. I'm not a big fan of the first and second no-out bunt. Not a fan, however, of the runner on first no-out bunt. It is just not worth it. You're giving up an out for a guy not even to get to third, whereas here, guys are on second and third with nobody out, and a sac fly gets a runner in. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. Nice slider there by Flanagan. Out of strikeout number 4.
Center fielder, number 23, Jason Sugden.
Well, it couldn't have come at a better time, and it's up to number 9 hitter Jason Sugden. Sugden popped out to Flanagan last time up, made a nice play off the mound. This a changeup hits the inside corner for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. Runners on first and second with still only 1 out here, and the Oaks leading 2-0 in the top half of the 5th inning. The 0-1 coming from Flanagan. He kicks and delivers a little bit low. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Flanagan definitely may be tiring here. Definitely taking a little more time between pitches now. Flanagan sets. Arhart sets up away. A 1-1 pitch. Fastball right up the middle and through for a base hit. Coming around third is Hughes. The throw will be offline, not stopped by Arhart. But the Quakes on the board. The Oaks lead now only 2-1. So Flanagan might be running out of gas here. 3rd hit of the inning. He'd only let up 1 hit through 4. No action in the Oaks bullpen, so he will be out there for at least probably the end of this inning. So give a single and an RBI to Sugden. Sugden on at first now. Lopez stopped at second. Fastball low and in dirt. And it looks like Flanagan's overthrowing a bit. And now Arhart goes out to speak to Flanagan. While Flanagan and Arhart are talking, Chatter, the Oaks lovable mascot, says that cigarette smoking is the most preventable cause of disease and premature death in world history. If you would like Chatter at your next party or event, call the Oaks main office at 625-0480. The 1-0 from Flanagan outside, ball 1-0, and he's got to be careful with Hendrick here. Hendrick leading the league in hitting at .385. A very, very tough hitter. Hendrick also leads the league with 52 hits. Takes this one a strike, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hendrick also has 8 home runs and 21 RBIs, so he hits for power as well as average. They're actually tied for second, a 3-way tie. Of course, his teammate Brandon Wood, who's up next, leads the league by a lot, 13 home runs. So Flanagan, a couple of tough hitters here in a row. And the 3rd hitter, Matt Brown, no slouch either, .333, 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. 2-2 now the count on Kendrick, who is 0 for 2, grounded out twice. Curveball hit high in the air to left center field. Joey Gomes has a beat on it and waits for it in left center, brings it down. Throw comes into third. It will be offline. So out number 2, big out by Flanagan. But moving into third is Baltazar Lopez. So runners on the corners now. Lopez on third. Sugden at first. And in comes Brandon Wood. Wood's second in the league in RBI. So Flanagan's going to have to be careful. 31 RBIs, 2 behind Michael Johnson. And here comes Oaks pitching coach Marty Demerit. Demerit will just be talking to Flanagan here. And actually it's going to be a defensive strategy as the entire infield comes in now.
All about that funny riddle.
Fans for a great taste of Mesquite Grill. Visit Tours Mesquite Grill. Tours offers chicken, ribs, fish, and tri-tip, and delicious side items. Catering is also available. Tours is located at 3730 South Mooney Boulevard, located in the Costco Shopping Center, and is open 7 days a week. Well, the Oaks will discuss what to do here against Wood.
No extra cost.
Wood, the leading home run hitter in the California League with 13.
39.
And now everybody's ready as the posse is broken up by home plate umpire Shane Alexander. 2-1 the Oaks lead. The Quakes have scored a run already in this inning to cut the lead to 2-1. Still runners on first and third with 2 away here, so a big batter for Flanagan and the Oaks. Curveball a little high and outside. Ball 1-0. And if that might be the strategy, best way to get a home run hitter out is to throw nothing but off-speed junk. Well, let's see what the pitch is here. The 1-0, another off-speed pitch outside. That'll run the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Now, you could walk Wood and go for Brown, and as I mentioned, Brown, a pretty good hitter himself, 333. 5 home runs and 19 RBIs standing in the on-deck circle. They're both righties. I wouldn't advise it. The 2-0 swung on and missed. Strike 1, 2-1. So Flanagan coming after Wood, and he's 1/3 of the way there. 2-1 the Oaks lead here. They scored runs in the first and third for a 2-0 lead, but the Quakes have scored here in the fifth and now trail only 2-1. The 2-1 pitch on the outside corner. Nice spotted fastball by Flanagan. That squares the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runners on the corners. Lopez at third, Sugden at first. And an Oaks 2-1 lead. The 2-2 from Flanagan. There goes the runner outside. No throw down to second. So Sugden will steal second base. Now runners at second and third, and a base hit can now give the Quakes a 3-2 lead. So Flanagan's going to have to be careful. He does have first base open now, so he can be careful with the dangerous Wood. The 3-2 pitch, and they appeal. He does not go. Both Arhart and home plate umpire Shane Alexander appealed to Jeremy Barr, but Barr said he did not go. So the bases are now loaded for the dangerous Matt Brown.
Number 11, Matt Brown.
Brown 12th in the league in hitting at .333. Bats from the right side. This is going to be the batter that Flanagan's really going to have to come after now. But there is nowhere to put Brown with the bases loaded and 2 away here. Brown also first in doubles with 14. And second in extra base hits with 20. Take a look at his numbers with the bases loaded right after the first pitch, if he does not hit it. First pitch by Flanagan. Curveball and a beauty hits the outside corner. Strike 1, 0-1. Well, Brown with the bases loaded, actually this is his first time, so he has no record so far with the bases loaded. 2-1 the Oaks lead here, but bases loaded with 2 away here for the Quakes in the top half of the fifth. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner, so Flanagan gets ahead of Brown. No balls and 2 strikes. Now let's see if Flanagan can paint them black against Brown for strike 3. Let's see what Arhart sets up away. And they are going to set up away. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. Just getting a piece of it is Brown. No balls and 2 strikes. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Oaks leading 2-1, but the bases loaded with Quakes. And hopefully the earth will not shake. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled off. This hit home plate umpire Sheen Alexander. And Alexander's going to need a minute. Arhart goes out to speak to Flanagan very nicely to give Alexander a couple extra seconds to recover. Well, be sure to check out the Visalia Buick Pontiac GMC Barbecue Picnic Deck. It's located on the left side, and it's a perfect place for your next company picnic, family reunion, or really any other group outing. Get the folks together at work. Maybe come down, check out a game, little barbecue. Flanagan 1 strike away from getting out of this bases-loaded 2-out jam. The 0-2 pitch coming to Brown. Fastball a little low and outside. No balls and 2 strikes. Brown now steps out to gather his thoughts on this 1-2 pitch. Flanagan's curveball has looked sharp tonight. Let's see if he throws it here. Arhart sets up away. A 1-2 pitch, swung and hit up the middle. Maniscalco has it behind second. He throws on to first in time. Great play by Maniscalco to take a hit away, ticketed for center field. That would have probably given the Quakes the lead. Scored at 1-6-3, but a huge out by Flanagan, and a great play by Maniscalco into the bases-loaded threat. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 3 big men left on base. We are through 4.5 innings of play. It is Oaks 2, Quakes 1. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
It can happen at any time. A car accident. You're all right, but what do you do now? Who do you go to? Who can you trust? Who's going to do the quality work you demand? Quality Paint and Body, 1 mile north of the 198 on Ben Maddox in Visalia. At Quality Paint and Body, you'll get quality care for your car, truck, or SUV. You may meet by accident, but the quality isn't. 734 North Ben Maddox or 734-3501. 734-3501. Online at TakeItToQuality.com for Quality Paint and Body in Visalia.
How does America say dry eye relief?
Similacin.
Similacin?
Similfan.
However they pronounce it, people agree. Homeopathic Similacin is the over-the-counter way to dry eye relief. They know that eye doctor recommended Similacin stimulates your eye's natural ability to moisturize themselves. No harsh chemicals, no known side effects, just fast, healthy relief. So no matter how you ask for it,
Similacin. Similafan.
Similacin means healthy relief. Similacin dry eye relief. It retails everywhere.
Former Nesquik powder users are telling us why they switched to Rich Chocolate Ovaltine.
Out of habit, I would buy Nesquik because we grew up on it. Back then, nobody paid that much attention to what kids were eating and drinking. Today, you've got to pay closer attention to nutrition. Recently, there have been Ovaltine commercials that emphasize the vitamins and minerals. We'll go with the Ovaltine. My kids like it because it's chocolate. And to me, it's a better product because it focuses on vitamins and minerals.
Ovaltine. Try it for the nutrition. Keep buying it for the taste.
More Ovaltine, please.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Buckman Mitchell Insurance in Visalia on AM 1270.
We move to the bottom of the 5th inning. Sunset Maniscalco and Sixman. The first pitch to Elliott Johnson, a strike 1, 0-1. Well, this is the BT Buns and Torts We Score You Win inning. If the Oaks score the 5th inning of any home games, fans will receive a coupon to redeem at BT's for a free taco. Swung on and missed, strike 2, 0-2 on Elliott Johnson. BT's is located at 1530 South Mooney Boulevard. Oaks lead here 2-1, bottom half of the 5th inning. Jeremy Flanagan just pitched out of the bases-loaded 2-out jam. And a nice play by Maniscalco at short ended the threat. This one is low. Ball 1 ball and 2 strikes to the speedy Elliott Johnson, who is 2 for 2 with a single, a double, and a stolen base. Also scored a run. The switch hitter bats from the left side against the right-handed Thompson. The 1-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Elliott Johnson waved at a pitch on the outside corner of the plate. Most likely a ball. The 5th strikeout for Thompson.
The shortstop goes to Matthew Maniscalco.
Well, in steps the man who made the great play behind second. It looked like it was ticketed to center field for a base hit and maybe 2 runs, which would have given the Quakes a 3-2 lead. He hit this one a bloop to short right center field, and it will drop over second baseman Howie Kendrick head. So a base hit from Maniscalco, doing it not only in the field, but at the plate, too. He had struck out his first 2 times out. Now is 1-3. And here comes the meat of the order. Sitzman, Bankston, and Gomes. Sitzman on fire. Bankston has got here really a terrific hitter. And you can tell by his 2 attempts, he is going to be one amazing player to watch. And Gomes has been as hot as anybody. Well, the left-handed Sitzman bats here against the right-handed Richard Thompson. 1 on, 1 out for Sitzman. Oaks lead 2-1, bottom of the 5th. And now Thompson chases back Maniscalco at first. Maniscalco has 6 stolen bases. He's been caught 3 times. Stole 22 bases last year. Thompson sets. They're going to set up away. And there goes Maniscalco. The throw down to second is not in time. 7th stolen base of the year for Maniscalco. And now Sitzman has a runner in scoring position with only 1 away. Well, between Sitzman, Maniscalco, and Elliot Johnson, they have, let's see if I could do the math here, 26, 33 stolen bases between the top 3 hitters. That is really terrific. And if we take a look at the league leaders, Elliot Johnson with 17, Sitzman with 8, I'm sorry, I thought he had 9, and now Maniscalco with 8. So pretty good. And this one hit down the left field line. High towering ball, but that will curve foul. Strike 2, 0-2 to count to Sitzman. So doing the quick math, 8 for each is 16 and 17 for Elliot Johnson. 33 stolen bases between these 3 guys. Really excellent. Sitzman down, no balls and 2 strikes here. Oaks leading 2-1, looking to get the 1 run they just gave up in the top half of the 5th and back. Get a nice 2-run cushion again. They're going to set up away on Sitzman. The 0-2 pitch just misses away. Fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thompson looks in from the side from Duff. Let's see where Duff sets up. And now time ball looked by Sitzman. Thompson taking way too long out there. Thompson's still taking forever. I don't know what the holdup is, and now he kind of steps off the mound. No, he steps on. He's good to go. Gets a sign. Sets. They set up away. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed strike 3. So the 6th strikeout by Thompson. Second of this inning. And with 2 away and a runner down at second, in steps West Bankston. So far, Bankston 1 for 2 in his Oak career. Struck out his first time up as a Visalia Oak, but his second time up, a single and an RBI. Responsible for 1 of the 2 runs for the Oaks. Let's see what he does in his 3rd trip to the plate. They set up inside. Bankston very strong. The first pitch inside, ball 1, 1-0. Last year at Charleston, Bankston hit .289, 23 home runs, 101 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch coming to Bankston. They set up inside again. Thompson looks the runner back at second. Now he looks again. I don't know what he is doing out there, but he is very preoccupied by Matthew Maniscalco. Maniscalco just a normal lead at second. He's not darting back and forth. Not in the view of Thompson. They set up inside again. The 1-0 pitch by Thompson. Fastball a little bit low and inside. Ball 2-2 now. You can't really walk Bankston. There's Joey Gomes on deck. What a team that must have been at Charleston last year. They did not actually have a terrific record, but Bankston, Gomes, Tillman Young, Sitzman, Heckelana, Elliot Johnson, and Maniscalco. They set up away this time. The 2-0 swung on and grounded off the pitcher's mitt, Thompson, and into right field for a base hit. Maniscalco rounds third alertly, and he will score. And Bankston has his second hit and second RBI. And what a start in the first game for Bankston. 2 hits and 2 RBIs. And the Oaks now lead 3-1. You can hear the pop he make contact. Spoke to him on the pregame show. He was a pregame interview. And he said how well he made the adjustment from high school to wooden bats. Always really liked hitting wood. And you can really hear, how hard he hits the ball. Everything off his bat really has that extra crack to it. So with a 3-1 lead now and Bankston down at first, in steps Joey Gomes, who takes this one way inside, almost hits him. Ball 1-0. Well, Bankston in the lineup is going to help not only Sisson, but Gomes as well. Gomes will probably see a few more pitches now. He's 0 for 2, struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice. They set up away. The 1-0, a little bit low, ball to 2-0. And Tim Duff, the catcher for the Quakes, what a wide squat he had behind the mound. Behind the plate. Very wide with his feet. Seems almost uncomfortable. And it works for him, I suppose. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball low and in. Ball 3-0. Now the count on Gomes with Josh Arhart on deck. Arhart's 1 for 2 with a single. Thompson's ready, sets the 3-0. That is inside ball 4. So Gomes goes down to first. Only the second walk of the night by Thompson. Going down to second is Wes Bankston. And with runners on first and second and 1 out, in steps the aforementioned Josh Arhart. Arhart 1 for 2. Batting .271, 1 home run, and 11 RBIs. Arhart was in a little bit of a slump. 2 for his last 16, a 125 clip. However, with runners in scoring position, batting .458, 11 for 24. So this is the spot for Arhart. Gomes' walk was his 16th of the year. On base-wise, considering Joey Gomes got to the slow start and only batting .224, he has a .320 on-base percentage, so nearly 100 points higher. The first pitch to Arhart, low and in the dirt, goes to Tim Duff's right, but he hops on it very quickly. No advance by Bankston at second or Gomes at first. 3-1 the Oaks lead here, top of the 6th inning. 3 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Oaks. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Quakes. 1-0 to Arhart. This one low in the dirt as well, but scooped out nicely by Tim Duff. 2-0 now down to Arhart, so Arhart's going to get a pitch to hit here. After Arhart, it's John Paul Davis, and John Paul Davis, who has hit 5th and 6th, now 7th in the lineup with Bankston here, so Davis might have a good chance to really start hitting himself. He's on a little bit of a roll, and Bankston will probably help him as well. 3-0 now the count to Joey Gomes, to Josh Arhart. Gomes down at first, Bankston down at second with 2 away, and the Oaks leading 3-1. They have already scored in this inning, answering the run that the Quakes put up at top of the 5th. The 3-0 pitch, fastball low and away, ball 4. So the bases loaded for the Oaks now. 2 straight walks by Thompson, who might be coming to the end of his rope as well. No action in the Quakes bullpen, but Duff is going to go to talk to Thompson. And now here comes their pitching coach. We'll get a little visit to the mound here by pitching coach Eric Bennett. From now until May 15th, when you sign up for the Best Western's baseball rate and stay at participating Best Western Hotel, you'll receive an Eric Gagne bobblehead doll in his Las Vegas 51 uniform. Other upcoming dolls include Frankie Rodriguez, Adrian Belche, Barry Zito, and Keith Holt. Ask your usher for information flyers or go to travelbestwestern.com for details. Well, John Paul Davis will bat here with the bases loaded. Let's take a look at Davis's numbers with the bases loaded. Davis doing very well, batting .667, 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs. So Davis will have a chance to blow this game open. 3-1 the Oaks lead. Bottom half of the 5th inning. The first pitch to John Paul Davis, a fastball strike 1, 0-1. Hard at first, Gomes at second, and Wes Bankston at third. Bankston drove in the run to make 3-1 Oaks here in the bottom of the 5th. The 0-1 pitch way inside, and that hits him. So a run will come down to score and make it 4-1. The hit by pitch does give Davis an RBI, so he gets his 9th RBI of the season. And as Bankston touches the plate, and he Oaks up by 3 now, 4-1. Gomes will trot down to third, and Arhart to second. Well, instead on the Udi Cuevas. Cuevas on a roll himself. Cuevas is 9 for his last 26, a 346 clip, and has hit in 7 of his last 8. That's from the right side, an open stance against Thompson. Swung on and missed, chased a ball low and away. Strike 1, 0-1. Well, Cuevas with the bases loaded, batting .333 with 2 RBIs. 4-1 the Oaks lead. They have scored 2 here in the 5th. Bases still loaded with 2 away. The 0-1 to Cuevas, swung on and missed, strike 2. Chased the same pitch a little further away this time. No balls and 2 strikes to count on the Cuevas. Cuevas overall batting .362, 2 home runs at 14 RBIs. Not bad for a guy batting 8th. 1 for 2 tonight. Signaled and lined to short. The 0-2 to Cuevas, low and away in the dirt, but stopped by Duff, who keeps it to his right, only a few feet. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Andy Cuevas. Bases loaded with Oaks. Gomes down third, Arhart down at second, Davis down at first. None of them had a hit. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. So Thompson not exactly making the Oaks earn it, but they lead 4-1. They set up away. The 1-2 swung and grounded up the middle, but right at shortstop. Brandon Wood, who flips it to Howie Kendrick, and that will do it. Fielder's choice, 6-4. But not before the Oaks scored 2 times on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. We are through 5 innings of play. Oaks now lead 4-1. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJ AM 1270.
At Auto Oil Changers, 10 minutes means a lot. In 10 quick minutes, the professionals at Auto Oil Changers will change your oil and filter, lube all your fittings, as well as check and top off the rest of your vehicle's vital fluid. Auto Oil Changers with 3 locations in Visalia, at Caldwell and Demarie, on the East Main Extension, and on Tulare Avenue, plus 1 location in Tulare on East Tulare Avenue.
Auto Oil Changers, get the deal, get out, get on the road again.
When you're on the all-new Kawasaki Route for 750 4x4 ADV, there's no problem you can't outrun or climb right over. This Brute really lives up to its name with the biggest V-twin engine available. And that means enough power for any situation, more torque, and quicker acceleration. A new fully inflated rear suspension adds superb control in rough conditions and provides superior comfort and stability. Stop by Clausen Motorsports or Wilson Motorcycles in Fresno, Tri-Counties Equipment Hanford, GA Motorsports in Visalia, or Exeter Mercantile in Exeter today for a close look. The new leader of the class, the Brute Force 750 4x4i. Kawasaki ATVs with engines of 90cc and above are recommended for use only by persons 16 years of age or older. Kawasaki also recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Auto Oil Changers locations in Visalia and in Tulare on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Well, Jeremy Flanagan, it looks like he might be tiring a bit in the 5th. Going to stay out there for another inning. He will face Bobby Wilson, Matt Pauly, and Mike Hughes, 4, 5, and 6. The first pitch to Wilson, a ball. This one a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count to Bobby Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 2. He struck out his first time up against Flanagan, singled last time up. And this one smacked the third baseman on the Cuevas, who backhands it, fires a bullet to first base, but high. Bankston brings it down, however, and that is out number 1. Sometimes I think that Andy Cuevas doesn't know his own strength. He really had plenty of time. Didn't have to smoke over there. And when you get an arm like that, why not? Well, no harm, no foul. 1 out. Oaks leading 4-1 now. And steps Matt Pauly. Pauly walked, and 2 wild pitches put him on third in the second inning, but he was left stranded there. Grounded out his last time up as he takes his first pitch for a strike. Strike 1, 0-1. So officially 0 for 1. Bats on the left side against the right-handed Flanagan. Flanagan winds. This one smacked off to the right side of the mound. Flanagan will field it and flip it over to first. And there's out number 2. So good job by Flanagan. We're being pushed a little bit out there. Some more action in the Oaks bullpen now. And it looks like Brett Wayne out there, and it is. Wayne has not been scored on yet this year. That's a pretty good guy if he's going to come in here for Flanagan. So with 2 away, in steps Mike Hughes. Hughes batting .222, no home runs and 3 RBIs. And Flanagan, maybe he'll stay out there another inning because he is now through the meat of the order. This one fouled off the foot of Hughes, strike 1, 0-1. Hughes is 1 for 2. He flew out to center, singled his last time up, and scored the lone Rancho Cucamonga Quakes run. Oaks lead 4-1 here, top of the 6th. Flanagan really looks terrific out there. Flanagan winds. The 0-1 pitch. Curveball hits the outside corner. Strike 1, 1-1 strike. So the curveball still pretty sharp for Flanagan. And now Josh Cranwetter also warming up down there. So double barrel action in the Oaks bullpen. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed, and strike 3. That'll do it. So Flanagan will look like he might be tiring the 5th. Has a little extra here in the 6th. His 5th strikeout. 1, 2, 3. Go the Quakes. Oaks still up 4-1. We are through 5.5 innings. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
Matt, what is the question?
Who can you count on for the South Valley's best selection of GMC trucks and SUVs, including the all-new Canyons?
Visalia Buick Pontiac GMC. Count on us.
Who can you count on for the highest level of customer satisfaction?
Visalia Buick Pontiac GMC. Count on us.
GMC trucks. We are professional grade. Visalia Buick Pontiac GMC on Mineral King, west of Burke.
Before you count on anybody else, count on us.
Ah, spring. Flowers and trees are in bloom, birds are singing, and a sudden thunderstorm can destroy unprotected crops. John Hibbler knows the risks you take as a grower and can work for you to maximize the time you have to take protective measures. Daily reports are available by fax, email, or online. Need more frequent updates? Personal consultations are included in the package. Make John a part of your ag team. Call John Hibbler Weather Forecasting 1-866-419-3590 and on the web at johnhibbler.com.
Are you doing the right thing wrong? For example, trying to eliminate the fire hazards from around your home and in the process starting a fire. Each year, CDF, Tulare County Fire Department, responds to fires started by equipment. Your fire department recommends that you work on your clearances before 10 a.m., not in the heat of the day. Remove rocks from the area before you cut to cut dry weeds. A message from the California Department of Forestry, Tulare County Fire Department.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Visalia Coffee Company on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Welcome back to Recreation Park. Our relievement here. We start the bottom of the 6th inning. In steps Carlos Ramos, the only hitter not to hit in the 5th inning where the Oaks scored 2 runs. It'll be Ramos and back to the top of the order with Elliot Johnson and Matthew Maniscalco. Ramos 0 for 2. He hit into a line drive double play and then flew out to right his last time up. Swings through this one, waves at a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1, 0-1. Oaks have 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. The Quakes have 1 run on 4 hits and 1 error. Starting to get a little cooler here at Rec Park. Swung on a grounder to the right side. Howie Kendrick has it, and a close play at first because Baltazar Lopez at first reached for the ball. He couldn't get to it, so he was taken out of the play. Thompson had to get over there in a hurry because of the speedy Carlos Ramos. So score that one 4-1. Well, we go back to the top of the order with Elliot Johnson. Johnson is 2 for 3, has a single, a double, also has stolen a base and scored a run, struck out his last time up. It was the 5th strikeout by Richard Thompson, 5 of 6, and now he bunts, a running bunt, and Elliot Johnson didn't know where it was, so he just kept running with the bat down to first base, but it was fouled back. Strike 1, 0-1. Good job by Elliot Johnson. What I say about Elliot Johnson, he really can do it all out there. Good fielder, has a decent arm for second baseman, blazing speed, leads the California League with 17 stolen bases. Good on base guy, walks a decent amount, has a .293 average, has a little pop, 3 home runs, drives in some runs, has 17. This one low and in, ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 4-1 the Oaks lead here, bottom of the 6th inning. Jeremy Flanagan has pitched terrific out there. The double barrel action now in the Oaks bullpen stop, so I don't know if that means that Flanagan's going one more inning or if that's all for him. My guess would be that is all. That's the longest he's gone. This is only his second start of the year. The other two were in relief. The 1-1. A low ball, 2 balls and 1 strike now the count to Elliott Johnson, the switch hitter. Johnson batting from the left side against the right-handed Richard Thompson. The 2-1 pitch, fastball hits the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Thompson, a former Olympian, has himself a silver medal. He's from Australia, pitched for Australia in the Olympics, still resides there in Sydney. Swung on and grounded foul just at the left of the batter's box. Count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 from Thompson, a little bit low, ball 3-2. Elliott Johnson is a switch hitter when batting from the left side against righties, hitting .329. But when he's batting from the right side against lefties, just .184, so this is clearly his stronger side. A payoff pitch to Johnson, swung and fouled straight back. Count will remain full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oaks lead 4-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Thompson gets the sign. He winds. The 3-2, swung on and hit for right field. That'll be a base hit in front of right fielder Mike Hughes. So Elliott Johnson continues his hitting, and we're going to have a tough choice for player of the game. 3 hits by Elliott Johnson. Wes Bankston, 2 hits, 2 RBIs in his first game as an Oak. Jeremy Flanagan been near flawless out there on the mound. 1 run on 4 hits through 6. Well, with 1 on, let's see if Elliott Johnson tries to steal his 18th bag of the year. I'll make that 19th. He stole his 18th bag in the first. Johnson has now stole 10 bases in his last 7 games, so he is on a roll. There's a nice sized lead out there at first, and he's leaning towards second. Thompson did not step off and he moved. Oh, yes, he did. His feet had moved before. Now they move back. Let's see if Johnson goes on the first pitch. He usually does not. And there he goes, though. The throw down to second will not be in time. It hits off of his heel. He's going to try for third. There's going to be a play at third. He is out at third. Elliott Johnson got a little greedy. Still made it pretty close. And that will be out number 1. So he gets his 19th stolen base of the year, but he is also erased on the same play. Brandon Wood got to it. Made a pretty good throw to Matt Brown, who administered the tag. So 2 outs now for Matthew Maniscalco. The 1-0 pitch to Matthew Maniscalco, a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Thompson's ready. He winds. The 1-1 pitch, curveball out the outside corner. Late call by home plate umpire Shane Alexander. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 away here. The Oaks lead 4-1. The 1-2 to Maniscalco. Swung and hit the right center field. This may fall in, but racing over is Jason Sugden, who brings it down for out number 3. Well, the Oaks get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We are through 6. It is Oaks 4, Quakes 1. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
Hey, Dad, remember my science project? The volcano I made with clay and all the neat fire and smoke?
Yes, what about it?
Well, the fire kind of got out of control, so I put it in the sink and ran water over it. And the water kind of melted the clay, and it all went down the drain. What was the name of that plumbing place again?
Oh, Roto-Rooter, 625-2711.
Yes, under new ownership and locally owned for plumbing, septic, and sewer needs. Hydro flushing and leach line installations. Call Roto-Rooter 24/7 at 625-2711.
Fine
Finally, the warm weather's just around the corner. Plan now to fix any damage the winter weather caused with everything you'll need from the experts at Visalia Lumber. You don't stay in business over 73 years without going the extra mile for your customers, and they do. Visalia Lumber's made a lot of friends that way over the years and do a large volume of business as a result and can extend to you very competitive pricing. Your yard's about to burst into a jungle of growing things as the weather warms up, and everything for yard and garden is right there for you at Visalia Lumber. If you're considering a major remodel of some kind, bring the plans to Visalia Lumber and they'll give you a timely, free estimate. If a replacement door is what you need, a Visalia Lumber Pro comes right to your house to measure your doorway precisely in order to show you which of their many free-hung doors would work best for you. Visalia Lumber, more than lumber, hardware, garden, and power tools. Service above all else for over 73 years. East of downtown Visalia at Ben Maddox and Sutter Street. Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Quality Paint and Body on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Well, Jeremy Flanagan, after he goes 1-2-3 in the sixth through the meat of the order, he is rewarded by staying out there. He will face the bottom of the order now, 7, 8, and 9, Lopez, Duff, and Sugden. The first pitch to Lopez, a strike 1, 0-1. Oaks lead 4-1 here, top of the seventh inning. Flanagan pitching a dandy. Lopez bats from the left side, swings and grounds this one over Flanagan's head, but right to Elliott Johnson. Elliott Johnson, strong throw from a deep part of second base, near the second base bag, and that is out. Number 1, 4-3. Well, in steps Tim Duff, the catcher for the Quakes. He's 0 for 2 so far against Flanagan. Flew out to right and struck out. He was the fourth strikeout victim of Flanagan, 4 of 5. Fastball away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, when I get an opportunity, I will go down the Major League scoreboard. Fastball away again. 2 balls and 1 strike. Oaks lead 4-1 here, top half of the seventh inning. Flanagan winds. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball just misses away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Well, to Flanagan's credit, on top of his 5 strikeouts, he has only walked 1 batter, so real good control tonight by Jeremy Flanagan. The 3-1 from Flanagan. High and inside, ball 4. So I jinxed him. Only the second walk by Flanagan tonight.
Center fielder, number 23, Jason Sugden.
Action continues in the Oaks bullpen and has momentarily stopped. I wouldn't be surprised if Flanagan is just on a pitch count, and because of a quick couple of innings, he's just going to pitch here until his pitch count runs out, even if that's, between this inning. Jason Sugden takes the first pitch high, ball 1, 1-0. Sugden is 1 for 2. He popped out to Flanagan in his first trip. Had a single and an RBI last time up, also stole a base. Bats from the left side against the right-handed Flanagan. Josh Cranwetter continues to throw in the Oaks bullpen. The 1-0, swung and hit down the left side. That will go back onto the concourse. 1 ball and 1 strike. You ever notice the flags here that represent each team in the California League? The ones closest to the press box in the middle of the field, right behind second base, represent first place. So to my left, San Jose in first, to my right. I forgot who is in first place in the Southern Division. No, the High Desert Mavericks. Both have the same record. Grounded to short. This could be 2. Mascot goes to Johnson. Back to first, not in time. So it will go down as a fielder's choice, 6-4. So with 2 away, in steps Howie Kendrick, and now it gets very dangerous for Flanagan. Kendrick leads the California League with a .385 average, but give Flanagan tons of credit. He has gotten Hendrick out all 3 times. A ground out to first, a ground out to second, and a fly out to center his last time up. Waggles the bat back and forth just before the pitch. Swung on and missed. Man, did Flanagan fool him. That was a ball way outside and low. Good curveball there by Flanagan. Kendrick can only wave meekly at it. No balls and 1 strike. Hendrick bats from the right side, and there goes the runner, and a ground ball to Aniudi Cuevas, who will sidearm it to first base. Good job by Cuevas. Last time I said he threw it a little hard, didn't have time. This time he sidearms it. Another great job by Flanagan. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. It's seventh inning stretch time, so get your peanuts and Cracker Jacks, but I do care if you come back. Oaks lead 4-1. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
Play ball!
When life throws you a curveball, you want to be ready. As an authorized agent of Blue Shield of California, the Buckman Mitchell Group can help you find the Blue Shield of California health plan that best fits your family or your business. Hit a home run today by calling the Buckman Mitchell Group of Visalia, 733-1181. Serving your insurance and financial needs for close to a century. A 2004 Best Practices Award winner.
But, Dad. Tyler, we've been over this 3 times. There'll be no adults at Ed's house Friday night. No party for you.
But the whole class is invited. Making sure an adult's there isn't easy. But if you don't, your kid's more likely to do drugs.
You're so stubborn. Well, now you know where you got it from.
Do it. It'll always be worth it. Parents, the Anti-Drug. To learn more, call 1-800-788-1800 or visit theantidrug.com.
Paid for by Office of National Drug Control Policy.
If you're a horse owner, you should know that West Nile virus remains a deadly threat for virtually every horse in the U.S. Protect your champion with West Nile Innovator, the original West Nile virus vaccine. No West Nile vaccine has been proven more effective or protected more horses with more than 16 million doses safely administered coast to coast. Ask your veterinarian for West Nile Innovator today or visit equinewestnile.com. From Fort Dodge Animal Health.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Straight from Philly Steakout Visalia on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Well, we move to the bottom of the 7th inning, and new pitcher on the hill for the Quakes, David Austin. No relation, I assure you, to the Bionic Man, Steve Austin. Final numbers on Thompson: 6 innings, 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. I'll get you Austin's numbers momentarily. He will pitch to Sitzman. The first pitch swung on and grounded up the middle. High chopper to second baseman Hendrick, and Kendrick has out number 1, 4-3. Well, let's take a look at Mr. Austin. He's a 6'1", 185-pound right-hander. He's from Coconut, Florida. He was drafted in the 15th round in 2003. Last year, he played for Rancho Cucamonga. He had an 0-1 record with 1 save and a 6.08 ERA. I'll get you his numbers here in a minute. Well, so far this year, Austin 0-1, a 1.96 ERA, very impressive, 3 saves. In 18 1/3, he's allowed just 16 hits, 4 walks, very impressive in 18 1/3, and 15 strikeouts. So big improvement for Austin. 2-0 on Bankston, who is having a heck of a first night as an Oak. He's 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run score, and has also struck out. In case you're wondering what number the new Oak wears, he wears number 31. The slightly open stance on the right side, very slight. The 3-0, and this one inside ball 4. So Bankston on again, his 3rd time tonight. First walk by Austin, who just entered, and with 1 on and 1 out, in steps the hot Joey Jones.
Joey Jones.
Well, Jones tonight only been on base once. He walked his last time up, but was left stranded at third. He's also grounded into a fielder's choice and struck out. They're going to set up away for Gomes. Fastball hits the outside corner. Strike 1, 0-1. I will try to go down the Major League scoreboard here for you between pitches after this next one. The 0-1 to Gomes. They set up away again. Fastball in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, starting in in Baltimore, where the Twins play the Orioles, it is 6-4, a final in 10 innings. Minnesota beating the Orioles. Oakland loses to Boston 3-2. The Yankees beat Seattle 7-4. Toronto beats Kansas City 3-1. Tampa Bay, the Oaks Major League affiliate, beats Chicago 7-6. Chicago has the best record in the American League. 1-2 now the count on Joey Gomes. Detroit loses to Texas 5-4, and the parent club of the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, the Angels, leading 2-1 over Cleveland in the bottom of the fourth inning. I'll get to the National League in just a moment. The 1-2 swung on and fouled off by Gomes. Well, we'll start in Florida, where Houston loses to the Marlins 6-2. Cincinnati beats San Diego 5-1. The Mets blanked by the Cubs big 7-0. Philadelphia and Milwaukee, the Brewers beat Philly. Actually, that game is in the top of the eighth inning. Milwaukee leading 8-5 over Philly. A 1-2 to Gomes, way outside, ball 2-2. That one in the dirt, but stopped by Duff. The Dodgers beating the Cardinals top half of the eighth inning, 9-8. Atlanta beating Colorado in the top half of the seventh inning, 8-5. Washington 2-0 over Arizona, top of the sixth, and no score between Pittsburgh and San Fran in the top half of the fifth as well. Fastball on the outside corner, strike three. Gomes shot, and that is out number two. First strikeout for Austin. Austin using his bionics there, and with two away, intercepts Josh Arhart. Arhart been on base twice. He walked it last time up, singled in his second at bat, and flew out to center his first time up, so officially 1 for 2. 4-1, the Oaks lead here, bottom of the seventh inning. Fastball away to Arhart. Ball 1-1 now. Runner down at first, Wes Bankston, who walked with one away. There is, however, two away now after Joey Gomes just struck out. David Austin on in relief for Richard Thompson, the former Olympian. Check swing, did Arhart go? No, they appeal he did not. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Arhart. Austin gets a sign. Duff sets up away. The 2-0 pitch. Fastball hits the outside corner. Strike one, and 2 balls and 1 strike. This is game 1 of a 3-game series for the Oaks, part of a 7-game homestand. They set up away, the 2-1, fastball a little bit outside, ball 3-1. After Thursday, the Oaks go out on the road for their longest road trip so far. 9 games, including 3 games against Rancho Cucamonga. Swung on and hit deep to center field. Going back is Jason Sugden, but he has it in deep left center, and that will do. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man without base. We through 7. It is 4-1 Oaks. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
In baseball, you can tell a real pitcher by his ERA and a real fan by his HDTV. Yep, high-definition TV from Comcast. You've never seen baseball like this, with amazing color and details so like you'll be reaching for your net. Plus, you get a huge lineup of premium and local programming in HD. You know, for those 5 minutes a week you're not watching sports. So this season, don't just see the game, be the game with HDTV from Comcast. Call 1-800-COMCAST today.
Just taking a peek out the window will give you a short-term instant weather forecast. But that's not very helpful when you need to know if you'll be able to get in a full day of outdoor work. Will that storm system move in earlier than expected? Don't take chances with your business. Give John Hibbler Weather Forecasting a call today and find out how easy it is to put John to work for you. Daily reports and personal consultations will help you plan your projects and reduce expenses. Call John today, 1-866-419-3590. On the web at johnhibbler.com.
Duty, neighbors united for the common good. Honor, the faith that dedication to a noble cause is right, just, and good. Country, a vow to support our nation's people during desperate times. Duty, honor, country. We're the Army National Guard. Call 1-800-GO-GUARD.
In the Army National Guard, you can.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Singular Wireless and Visalia Porterville Hanford on AM 1270.
Well, we move to the top of the 8th inning, and Jeremy Flanagan's night is done. And what an outing he had. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts, so hats off to Jeremy. Well, the Oaks didn't score in the bottom of the 7th, so we did not score, so you did not win. It was the Howie and Sons pizza inning. If the Oaks score in the 7th inning, the home game, each fan wins a choice of either is garlic bread or an order of any pizza. Howie and Sons Pizza can make your delivery fresh and hot. Located at 2430 South Mooney Boulevard, or call 732-7949. Well, Cranwetter will face 2, 3, and 4 in the Quakes lineup. Wood, Brown, and Wilson. The first pitch to Wood swung and I grounded to the left side, and a diving stop in the hole by Maniscalco, but he will be able to get nothing on this throw. A 3-hopper to first to Bankston, so an infield single for the leadoff hitter, Brendan Wood. When steps Matt Brown. Brown is 0 for 3. He struck out and grounded out twice. Cranwetter, a 5'11", 108-pound right-hander. He is 25-year-old from Jacob, Illinois, was signed as a free agent in 2004 by the D-Rays, and I know a lot of people, including his mom, listening back in Jacob, Illinois, so hello to everybody in Jacob, Illinois. And fastball away this time, ball 1-0, the count to Matt Brown. Well, Brown can go downtown, 5 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a .333 average on the year. The 1-0 pitch from Cranwetter, swung on and missed, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brown's .333 average, good for 10th in the league. The 1-1 pitch coming from Cranwetter, way outside. That one's going to get away from Arhart and go back to the backstop. And they're going to score that one. A wild pitch. A runner now down at second with no out. That was Cranwetter's first wild pitch of the season. Despite Cranwetter pitching very well his last few times out, opponents hitting .303 against him. Wood in a favorable count as well. Brown. Wood down at second now. And now Arhart's going to take a trip to talk to Cranwetter. Well, this next call to the bullpen is brought to you by Jay's Communications Stevens Wireless, located at 2225 East Mineral King Avenue. Call them at 627-6958. Well, quick chat between Arhart and Cranny, and Arhart goes back behind the dish. 2-1 now to count on Matt Brown as Cranwetter looks to put him down. The 2-1 pitch just misses away. 3 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, you can tell that I was raised on Dr. Seuss bucks. Green eggs and ham, my favorite. Well, a 3-1 count with nobody out and a runner down at second. That runner, Brandon Wood, here in the top half of the 8th inning. The Oaks leading 4-1. Swung on and missed strike 2. Nice fastball by Cranwetter there. Cranwetter has a pretty good fastball, 90-93, curveball, slider, change. With 4 pitches, you can certainly change it up a bit. The payoff pitch coming to Brown. Swung and hit to the right side, but that will kick back out of play, so we will do it again. Righty on righty here. Tonight's attendance, in case you were wondering, 764. And I know now that you've seen 764 in attendance, you wish you would have came. Not too late. 2 innings left. The payoff pitch by Cranwetter. Swung and hit up the middle. Caught by Cranwetter. He had a double clutch to go to second, but nobody was there. So good job by Cranwetter. Hits a bullet back to him. And, you know, that's really interesting because in the last 3 days, Marty Demerit and Cranwetter were practicing this drill where Cranwetter had his back to Demerit, and Demerit would go now, and the ball would already be in the air, and Cranwetter would turn around to find the ball to pick it up. As I suspected, it was for those quick ones that come back to the mound, those line drive bullets, and it really paid off because Cranwetter snared that one. So practice does make perfect, kids. The 1 away in the first pitch, way outside. Nice backhand by Arhart. May have saved a wild pitch there. 1 ball and no strikes to Bobby Wilson, the DH. So with 1 on and 1 out, Wilson is 1 for 3. Takes this for a strike, swinging strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. He struck out in his first trip to the plate, singled in the 4th, and grounded out his last time up in the 6th. Arhart sets him away. The 1-1 pitch to Wilson. A little bit low and in the dirt. Blocked by Arhart, however, keeps it in front of him. 2 balls and 1 strike. Oaks lead 4-1 to your top of the 8th inning. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Oaks. 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error for the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Cranowetter sets. Looks to run the wood back at second. Now he steps off. Well, I think so far we've answered the age-old question, does good pitching beat good hitting? And it indeed does, because coming into this game, Lake Elsinore tops at a .294 average in the California League. The Oaks, and that one high, ball 3, 3-1. Oaks were dead last coming into tonight's action. Pardon me, that is incorrect. The Oaks are 7th at 257. But if you're going pitching for pitching, it's quite different, because the Oaks 4th in the league in pitching, whereas the Quakes are dead last in pitching. Well, ball 4 by Cranowetter allows Wilson to trot down to first. So Cranowetter not as sharp as he usually is, and it's getting a little chilly here. Always affects pitcher. Action in the Oaks bullpen. Can't see who that is. From here it looks like Juan Sala, but I can't see his number. And this one crushed out to right center field. Carlos Ramos has a beat on it in right center and brings it down for out number 2. Tagging and going to third is Wood. I think just hit that one off the end of the bat. Looked like it was going to go a lot further than it was. Tony Darrow now warming up in the bullpen.
Number 24, Mike Hughes.
And in steps Mike Hughes. Hughes 1 for 3. He singled and scored. Also flew out and struck out his last time up. Batting .222, no home runs and 3 RBIs. And now runners on the corners. Arhart steps down in front of home plate and flashes signs to the infield. Let's take a look around the California League. Lake Elsinore and Lancaster in a wild one. 7-7 in the the bottom half of the 5th inning. The 66ers were battled back. They scored 3 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 2 in the 2nd. Struck 1, 0-1 now the count on Matt Hawley. Rancho Cucamonga and Visalia here. Oaks lead 4-1, top half of the 8th inning. Cranowetter sets the 0-1. Swung on and a high chopper to short. Maniscalco will go to first. Long throw in time, and that will do it. I will finish the California League scoreboard when we come back. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, and 1 man left on base. We are through innings of play. It is 4-1 Oaks. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on Keisha, AM 1270.
Play ball!
Hi, Jeff. Bobby, man. You're missing a great ball game. Don't you have a cell phone?
Don't be left out of the game. Stay in touch with family friends with Singular Wireless. Hit a home run with your authorized agent of Singular Wireless. Locations Lemoore, Center, Ridley, Coalinga, Porterville, Tulare, in Hanford next to Staples, or at the Hanford Mall. In Visalia on Mooney near Ryan's Place. Off the corner of Tulare and Mooney, and at the Visalia Mall. Singular Wireless, the best value in wireless.
By the way, thanks for helping me move these boxes.
No problem. Glad to help.
Oh.
Go ahead. Put another one on there.
Okay, but careful on those stairs. Oh, you can't even see.
Hey, you leave that to me. Just tell me when I'm getting close.
You're close.
People don't always use common sense. Fortunately, there's a healthcare company that does, United Healthcare, offering health planning tools to fight rising costs, a 24-hour nurse line, and preventive healthcare solutions. United Healthcare. It just makes sense.
If you're a horse owner, you should know that West Nile virus remains a deadly threat for virtually every horse in the U.S. Protect your champion with West Nile Innovator, the original West Nile virus vaccine. No West Nile vaccine has been proven more effective or protected more horses with more than 16 million doses safely administered coast to coast. Ask your veterinarian for West Nile Innovator today or visit equinewestnile.com. From Fort Dodge Animal Health.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Buckman Mitchell Insurance in Visalia on AM 1270.
We move to the bottom of the 8th. The Oaks already lead 4-1. They're going to look to add to that as they bring up 7, 8, and 9. John Paul Davis, Amiudi Cuevas, and Carlos Ramos. New pitcher on the hill. The Bionic Man, Austin, leaves. Pitched pretty well. Don't know why he came out so quickly. 1 inning. No hits, no runs, a walk, and a strikeout. As David Austin is gone. I kid about the Bionic Man thing. I was a big $6 million Man fan growing up. Steve Austin, David Austin, you know what I'm talking about.
Oaks
If you don't, you're too young to remember it. Well, as Davis steps in, he will face right-hander Bob Zimmerman. Well, Bob is a 6'5", 245-pound right-hander from St. Louis, Missouri. He was drafted in the 4th round in the 2003 draft. Last year he was at Cedar Rapids, where he was 4-6 with a 2.26 ERA. The first pitch to John Paul Davis, a strike one, 0-1. Well, John Paul Davis been on base twice without a hit. He walked his first trip up. He flew out to right his second time up and was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded last time up. So he went down first and got an RBI. Swings through this one, strike 2, so no balls and 2 strikes. Met his aunt and uncle here this past weekend. I know they're probably listening now, so I say hello. And I know John Paul has a lot of people listening. His grandmother, and swung on and missed strike 3. So 3 pitches, and Bob Zimmerman gets John Paul Davis. First strikeout for Zimmerman in his first batter face. And with one away, ends up on the Cuevas. Cuevas 1 for 3. He singled in his first trip since he's lined out and grounded into a fielder's choice. So 1 for 3 on the night. Cuevas stands close to the plate with a wide open stance from the right side, way inside. 1-0. So Zimmerman trying to back Cuevas off the plate, telling him that this plate, this half is mine on the Udi. But Cuevas does not scare easily. They're going to set up inside again. The 1-0, grounded to third. Short hopped and off the mitt of Brown. He will not have a play. Tough hop. Well, that'll be scored in error on third baseman Matt Brown. So Cuevas reaches for the second time.
Center fielder, number 36, Carlos Ramos.
And in-depth Carlos Ramos lined into a double play, fly out to right, and grounded out his last time up. That's from the left side against the right-handed Bob Zimmerman. Well, let me get you Zimmerman's numbers this season. Zimmerman 1-4 with a 5.40 ERA and 13 in the third. He's allowed 17 hits, 7 walks, and 14 strikeouts. And there goes the runner, a chopper in front of the plate. That is a fair ball. They'll only have one play at first as Cuevas goes down to second with 2 away. And Ramos out 2-3 as the catcher Tim Duff jumped on it. Well, we go back to the top of the order. Elliot Johnson with a terrific night. They've only got him out once. He is 3 for 4 with 2 singles, a double, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored. Well, it's going to be an interesting night for the player of the game because if Elliot Johnson gets a hit here, he may move in front of Wes Bankston if Bankston comes up again, which he may not with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th and the Oaks leading 4-1. Jeremy Flanagan also a candidate. Pitched terrifically, 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run for walks, and 5 strikeouts. The panel of 3 will discuss the player of the game, myself, Harry, and Matt. Harry Carginian, our official scorer, Matt White, our PA announcer. The 1-0 pitch, and it's being discussed as we speak, actually. 2 balls and 2 balls and no strikes to Elliot Johnson. The switch hitter batted from the left side against the right-handed Bob Zimmerman. Zimmerman's third pitcher of the night for the Quakes. We'll probably see Tony Piguero in the ninth for the Oaks. He's been warming up for a while and now is pretty much done. And also looks like T.A. Fulmer warming up down there as well. Fulmer maybe just getting in some work. Zimmerman sets. Looks the runner back at second. The 3-0 pitch on the outside corner, strike. 3 balls and 1 strike to Elliot Johnson. Bottom half of the 8th inning, Oaks lead 4-1 over the Quakes. They're going to set up away. The 3-1 pitch to Johnson. A fastball, ball 4. So Johnson will trot down to first. His 4th time on. Will that get him the player of the game? We'll see. Well, he can't steal second. But on duty, clear. They thought double steal. He was 2 away and now Gallo batting. Not likely. Zimmerman gets the sign from Duff. Duff sets. Looks Cuevas back at second. The first pitch inside. Ball 1-0. Maniscalco, 1 for 4. He struck out twice, singled, stole base, and flew out his last time up. Zimmer is ready. They set up away on Maniscalco. The 1-0 swung in a high chop in the second. And that will be out number 3 as Kendrick brings it down and flips it over for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. We are through 8 innings of play. And it looks like Tony Figueroa is coming to close this one out for the save. Oaks leads 4-1. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball and K-Dog, AM 1270.
Coffee Company, Visalia's best coffee shop, now has new extended hours and a great dinner menu. Already well known for its great breakfast and lunch menu, Visalia Coffee Company is now open Monday through Thursday from 6:30 to 10:30 and Sunday 7 to noon, offering gourmet oven-roasted entrees and fantastic salads, exclusive wines and ice brews, your favorite coffee, teas, or espresso, and fountain drinks, all in one great location. You'll find all this and more at Visalia's best coffee shop, Visalia Coffee Company, on Main Street in downtown Visalia.
At Auto Oil Changers, 10 minutes means a lot. In 10 quick minutes, the professionals at Auto Oil Changers will change your oil and filter, lube all your fittings, as well as check and top off the rest of your vehicle's vital fluid. Auto Oil Changers with 3 locations in Visalia at Colton and Marie on the East Main Extension and on Tulare Avenue, plus 1 location in Tulare on East Tulare Avenue.
Auto Oil Changers, get you in, get you out, get you on the road again.
Just taking a peek out the window will give you a short-term instant weather forecast. But that's not very helpful when you need to know if you'll be able to get in a full day of outdoor work. Will that storm system move in earlier than expected? Don't take chances with your business. Give John here the weather forecast in the full day and find out how easy it is to put out to work for you. Daily reports and personal consultations will help you plan your projects and reduce expenses. Call John today, 1-866-419-3590 on web at johnhibbs.com.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Auto Oil Changers locations in Visalia and in Tulare on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Well, we move to the top of the 9th inning. Tony Figueroa on to close it out for the Oaks. Baltadar Lopez fouls the first pitch back, strike 1, 0-1. Lopez batting 170, no home runs and 6 RBIs. Figueroa gets the easy part of the order, 7, 8, and 9. The 0-1. Fastball strike 2 right down Broadway. No ball and 2 strikes. It'll be Lopez, Duff, and Sugden. Lopez bats from the left side against the right-handed Tony Figueroa. Swung on and fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes. Figueroa, for a closer, really brings a full arsenal. Usually closers 2-pitch pitchers, otherwise they're starters. But Figueroa has a fastball between 90 and 93, a slider and a splitter. So a pretty good arsenal for a closer. Figueroa will be looking for his 4th save of the year. You don't want to jinx him. And Flanagan looking for a win. What a terrific ball game Flanagan pitched. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. We were all talking after the game, and Figueroa was around with a couple other guys, and people were talking about Peggy. I was like, who's Peggy? I thought it was a player's wife because a couple of players' wives were there. Grounded to first but foul, and that's Figueroa's nickname. They call him Peggy. Everyone on this team kind of ends with a Y. They call Cranaway Crenny, Vandermeer Vandy. I guess it's a common thing in baseball. I just think it's kind of cool, those nicknames. Be a 1-2 pitch from Figueroa. Swung on and down the right field line, a fair ball. This one's going to rattle around in the corner. Lopez chugging for second. He will make it and stop it. Really hard hit ball by Lopez. So the leadoff batter gets on here again, Figueroa, and in steps Tim Duff. Duff 0 for 2. He's also walked as well as flied out to right and struck out. A walk in his last trip to plate. So officially 0 for 2. Bats from the right side against the right-handed Figueroa. Figueroa, by the way, is 6'3", 174-pound right-hander, 24 years old, from San Pedro de Macorís in the Dominican Republic. Signed as a free agent by the D-Ray in 1999. Strike 1, 0-1 to Tim Duff. Figueroa so far on the season, a 1-0 record at 2.89 ERA, and 18 2/3 allowed just 13 hits, 5 walks, and 15 strikeouts. The impressive number is 180 opponent's batting average against him. So batting under the Mendoza line. 1 ball and 1 strike now, the count to Tim Duff. Oaks lead 4-1 here, top of the 9th inning. Looking to win game 1 of this 3-game series against the Quakes. This one in the dirt, 2-1, but Arnold keeps it in front of them. No advance by the runner Lopez, who doubled to lead off this inning. We are in the top half of the ninth inning. Oaks have 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Quakes have 1 run on 6 hits and 2 errors. Well, we have a quick second here. I want to get a chance to tell you about Lemoore Golf. Lemoore Golf is the official golf course of Visalia Oaks. Try the 18th championship hold at Lemoore Golf. Lemoore has larger greens now after $1 million in renovation. Swung on and fouled off, strike 2. Call 924-9658 or visit Lemoore on the web at LemooreGolf.com. The Lemoore Golf Course is located at 350 Iona Avenue. We take the time to care. Lemoore Golf. 2-2 the count now. Pagero taking a little too much time, so Duff steps out. 2-2, runner on second. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth with the Oaks leading 4-1. The 2-2 way outside, and this one goes back to the backstop, but a great tap comes right back to Arhart. Of course, if you've never been here, only about 20-25 feet to the backstop, and there's a screen because the action is so close here. They don't want fans getting it, so sometimes it really ricochets off that screen. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to count now. Let me finish the California League scoreboard that I didn't get a chance. I'll rerun it for you. 7-7, the 66ers and Lancaster in the bottom of the 5th. 4-1, Oaks lead here against the Quakes. High Desert 4-3 over Lake Elsinore in the top of the 5th. A high chop to short, a Baltimore chop. Maniscalco fields it, fires at the first. A stretched West Bankston at first. Hangs on to the bag. Good job by West. And that is out number 1, 6-3. Lopez goes down to third. He's really a meaningless runner. Just the tying run is still on deck, not even at the plate. Well, in steps the number 9 hitter, Jason Sugden. Sugden is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a stolen base. He's also popped out and put it into a fielder's choice. And now he visits to the mound by Oaks pitching coach Marty Demerit. And while he visits, I'll finish the rest of the California League scoreboard. High Desert leading like Elsinore, 4-3. Top half of the 5th inning, and the only other game in town, Modesto and Bakersfield, no score in the top of the 3rd. Well, this might be more of a defensive strategy, but it's surprising with the entire infield on the mound. Runner at third, only 1 out. Now home plate umpire Shane Alexander has had enough of that. He's going to go out and break it up. Well, the Oaks, who will play game 2 tomorrow, game 2 of a 3-game set. 2 good games in store because Wednesday is Website Wednesdays, where a special coupon for admission is on oaksbaseball.com. And our own Jennifer Whiteley, our GM here in Visalia, she always puts up a different special every week. So don't just say, oh, well, it was $2 off this week, I'm not going to check it next week. Every week is different. The first pitch by Figueroa is popped up straight back out of play by Jason Sugden. No balls and 1 strike. And Thursday, a good night, especially if you have an appetite like me, $2 Taco Thursdays. And, of course, the tacos, El Pateo, inside the ballpark now. The 0-1 from Figueroa, fastball high, ball 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Oaks lead 4-1. 1 runner on for the Quakes down at third base. Baltazar Lopez to let up this inning with a double. The 1-1 swung and hit out to left field towards the line. Will it be playable? No. It will drop in play, but in foul territory. Gomez did not have a chance. He was playing closer towards left center. The wind took a hold of it. The wind whipping up a little bit, blowing straight out to center field. Center field, of course, here at 405, 320 down the lines and 370 in the gaps. Well, so far the battle of good hitting versus good pitching has been won by the Oaks. Team ERA for the Quakes over 5. But once he pitched one and hits over center field, Carlos Ramos gets a good jump on it, brings down for out number 2, tagging, and he throws to the plate. And wow, that was a better throw than I thought. It was a little high in the air, but coming down to score is Lopez with 2 away. Score now for 2. And we go back to the top of the order with Howie Kendrick. Now, the one thing that Figueroa does not want to do is put a runner on here because Kendrick leads the world with a 385 average, leads the California League at least. That kid with the world part takes the first pitch for a strike 1 0-1. Then Brandon Wood follows with a 339 average and leads the league with 13 home runs. And then behind him, Matt Brown, a little better, but 333 still with 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. Strike 2. A good job, Figueroa, getting ahead of the guy with the best average in the California League. The 0-2 pitch from Figueroa in the dirt. Get away from Arhart, but nobody on. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Quakes have scored 1 run and have made it 4-2 now, but nobody on for the Quakes here. Figueroa gets the sign from Arhart. They step away. The 1-2 way outside as Arhart backhands this one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Look for Figueroa to come after Kendrick here, probably with his splitter, which we've not seen yet. Would be a perfect spot for it. That misses. It's still only ball 3. The 2-2 from Figueroa. Swung on and grounded to short. Maniscalco has it. Fired at the first. A little bit low, but dug out by Bankston. And that's your ball game. Oaks win game 1. 4-2 against Rancho Cucamonga Quakes in this first of 3 games. And unfortunately, on the run down to first by Pierce, he is now being attended to by the trainer. Final numbers here. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Oaks. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Quakes. We'll be back with the Budweiser postgame show right after this. You're listening to Visalia Oaks Baseball on KJUG AM 1270.
It could happen at any time. A car accident. You're all right, but what do you do now? Who do you go to? Who can you trust? Who's going to do the quality work you demand? Quality Paint and Body, 1 mile north of the 198 on Ben Maddox in Visalia. At Quality Paint and Body, you'll get quality care for your car, truck, or SUV. You may be by accident, but the quality isn't. 734 North Ben Maddox or 734-3501. 734-3501. Online at tickettoquality.com for Quality Paint and Body in Visalia.
Come see a band whose onstage energy has fans coming back over and over again.
Seals on and here comes pride in the backstage.
Sawyer Brown, and they're coming to rock stage at Chuck Chansey Gold Casino on June 10th. Call 1-866-7-WIN-WIN for tickets or visit chuckchanseygold.com. Must be 21. Sawyer Brown, June 10th at Chuck Chansey Gold, where big things happen. Highway 41, just north of Fresno. In Course Gold, they were voted Vocal Group of the Year for the Country Music Awards 4 times. Diamond Rio is coming to perform their greatest hits at Chuck Chansey Gold Casino on July 7th. Call 1-866-7-WIN-WIN for tickets or visit chuckchanseygold.com. Must be 21. Diamond Rio, July 7th at Chuck Chansey Gold, where big things happen. Highway 41 just north of Fresno in Forest Gold.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Visalia Coffee Company on Classic Hit Country AM 1270. Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Visalia Coffee Company on Classic Hit Country AM 1270. It's time now for the Budweiser postgame show. And once again, with a look back, here's Ira Lehman.
Welcome back to the Budweiser postgame show. Ira Lehman here. Final score, Oaks win 4-2 in game 1 of this 3-game series. Final numbers, 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Oaks. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the visiting Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. The winning pitcher, Jeremy Flanagan, he moves to 1-0 on the year in just his second start of the year. The loser is Richard Thompson. He drops to 1-2. Tony Figueroa picks up to save his 4th of the year. He might him player of the game. Jeremy Flanagan, beautiful outing. 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And of course, Jeremy Flanagan will issue a gift certificate to a young fan for My Gym. For information about fun and fitness gymnastic classes for kids and exciting birthday parties, call today at 732-6966. Time of the game, 2 hours, 28 minutes in front of 764. Final score again. Oaks win game 1 here. 4-2. We'll be back to not only break it down, but tell you how it all happened. We'll return right here on the Budweiser postgame show. You're listening to KJUG AM 1270.
Come see a band whose onstage energy has fans coming back over and over again. Sawyer Brown, and they're coming to rock the stage at Chuck Chansey Gold Casino on June 10th. Call 1-867-WIN-WIN for tickets or visit chuckchanseygold.com. Must be 21. Sawyer Brown, June 10th at Chuck Chansey Gold, where big things happen. Highway 41 just north of Fresno. In North Gold, they were voted.
These days, cars come equipped with all kinds of incredible features. Anti-lock brakes, traction control, side impact airbags. Even something like a GPS navigation system might be standard on your next vehicle. But the most important option, a designated driver. That's a feature you make standard. A designated driver. Make it standard. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hello, Best Western.
I'd like to book a room.
Sure, how long?
5 months, so 161 days.
161 days?
Yeah, don't want to miss out on any buffalo.
Wow, guess so.
Actually, not me. They're for my son.
I'm sure they are.
Stay at any Best Western in California, Nevada, and Hawaii between April 7th and September 15th and ask for the baseball league. You'll get 25% off your stay and get a free limited edition bobblehead. A different major league star in their minor league uniform with each stay. Log on to TravelBestWestern.com for additional terms and call 1-800-WESTERN. Guests must register in advance and quantities are limited.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Quality Paint and Body on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Welcome back to the Budweiser postgame show. Our limit here, well, the Oaks win 4-2. Let's tell you how it happened. Jeremy Flanagan started this game for the Oaks against a right-hander, Richard Thompson. Flanagan looked at a terrific game. He retired the first three batters, 1, 2, 3, and when the Oaks came up, they got on the board right away. Elliot Johnson led off with a double. He was hooked to third on a pass ball, and then an error on the pitcher as he tried to chase a runner back at first, Jay Sitzman, who walked. The ball went over Lopez's head, and Elliot Johnson came down to score, and the Oaks led 1-0. Well, Thompson didn't let it rattle him because he struck out the next two batters, and he struck out the side in the first. But the Oaks, with a 1-0 lead, moved to the top of the second. After Flanagan got Bobby Wilson to strike out his second of the night, Matt Paul then walked. Mike Hughes threw out to center, and Baltazar Lopez then struck out. 3 strikeouts through 2 for Flanagan. So we moved to the bottom of the third after a Earhart flyout, a John Paul Davis walk, and an Ananiuti Cuevas single. Carlos Ramos then hit him with a 6-4 double play, and that would end it. Well, through 2 innings now with a 1-0 lead for the Oaks, Flanagan just kept moving along. He retired his 5th straight batter when he got the Quakes 1, 2, 3 in top of the third. So we moved to the bottom of the third, and the Oaks would give Flanagan a little more breathing room. For the third time in 3 straight games, the Oaks would take a 2-0 lead. They were 1-1 so far, and Elliot Johnson leading off again, single this time, stole second. His 18th stolen base leads the California League, 1 of 2 he would have on the night. But then Maniscalco struck out, Sitzman grounded out. So runner now at third with 2 away, and Wes Bankston came up. Bankston just activated today by the D-Rays, and Bankston is a terrific hitter. Last year in Charleston, played with a good majority of the Oaks there. 289, 23 homers, 101 RBIs for Charleston. In his first at bat, he struck out, but he came through here in his second at bat with a single, and that drove in Elliot Johnson for a run, and the Oaks were up 2-0. Joey Gomes ended the inning by grounding into a fielder's choice. So through 3 innings, the Oaks led 2-0. While Flanagan continued to roll, he got Wood and Brown to ground out. He let up a single by Bobby Wilson, but then got Matt Pauly ground out to Bankston, and that ended the top of the fourth. For the Quakes, the Oaks did not score in the bottom of the fourth after a leadoff single by Earhart. Davis, Cuevas, and Ramos all out in order, and through 4, the Oaks leading 2-0. We went to the 5th, where the Quakes would get on the board for the first time. Mike Hughes singled, then Baltazar Lopez singled. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Jeremy Flanagan pitching himself into a little bit of a jam, but then he got Tim Buck to ground out. He allowed an RBI single to Jason Sugden, but then got Howie Kendrick, the toughest hitter in all the California League, leading the California League with a 385. That was a fly out, but that didn't get any easier because he landed with below the bases, but then got Matt Brown to ground out, and really was a good move by the walk because Wood also leads the California League with 13 home runs, 5 up on his next opponent. So they scored 1, and they pulled within 1. It was now 2-1, and the Oaks went to the bottom of the 5th, and I say it over and over again like a broken record, but the Oaks answer in the same inning or the next inning when another team scores a run. Well, the inning started with Elliot Johnson again, but this time Elliot Johnson made an out, and the guy was 2 for 2, so I guess he deserved to get 1 out. Matthew Maniscalco then singled and stole second. Jay Sitzman, who'd been hot, struck out, so 2 away, a runner on second, and in came Wes Bankston again, and Bankston is going to make a huge difference in the lineup, and he did already tonight in his first game. Came with another single and an RBI, giving the Oaks back a 2-run lead at 3-1, and Bankston was 2 for 3 at this point. Gomes then walked, Earhart then walked. John Paul Davis was then hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, and that drove in a run. It was 4-1 Oaks. The inning ended when Ananiuti Cuevas grounded into a fielder's choice, but the Oaks with a nice lead, 4-1, and it would stay that way really until the 9th inning. Flanagan pitched a brilliant ball game. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. In the 8th, he was relieved by Josh Cranweather, who, despite allowing a leadoff single, got Matt Brown out. He walked Bobby Wilson, but then got the next 2 batters, Paulie and Hughes, on a flyout and a ground out. And the Oaks were just a couple of outs away as they did not score in the bottom of the 8th. But in came Tony Piero looking for his 4th save of the season. It wasn't easy. Baltazar Lopez led off the inning, but the Oaks leading 4-1 in the top half of the 9th, and Piero on the mound with a double. Tim Duff then grounded to short. A road play by Matthew Maniscalco, and then a fly out to Jason Snyder. The runner at third with 2 away, so only 1 more out needed. But then Kendrick rounded out for out number 3, but a run had already scored, making it 4-2, and that would hold up to be your final as he gets the final batter for his 4th save. Final numbers once again: 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Oaks, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Quakes as they take Game 1. But we'll take one more break and return here on Butter's postgame show. I will preview tomorrow's action. You're listening to K-Jug, AM 1270.
These days, cars come equipped with all kinds of incredible features. Anti-lock brakes, traction control, side impact airbags. Even something like a GPS navigation system might come standard on your next vehicle. But the most important option, a designated driver. That's a feature you make standard. A designated driver. Make it standard. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hello, Best Western.
I'd like to book a room.
Sure. How long?
5 months, so 161 days.
161 days?
Yeah, don't want to miss out on any bobbleheads.
Wow, guess so.
Actually, not me. For my son.
I'm sure they are.
Stay at Best Western, California, Nevada, and Hawaii from April 7th to September 15th. That's for the baseball rate. We got to 25% off your stay and get a free limited edition bobblehead. A different major league star in their minor league uniform with each stay. Go on to travelbestwestern.com for additional terms and call 1-800-WESTERN. Get must register at Parties Limited.
Visalia Oaks Baseball is brought to you by Straight from Philly Steakout Visalia on Classic Hit Country AM 1270.
Welcome back to the Budweiser postgame show. Ira Liebman here to wrap up. Oaks win by a final of 4-2. Tomorrow night, a good night. Website Wednesdays. Go to oaksbaseball.com. You can get a discount on admission. And, of course, every week it's something different. So go to our website regularly, oaksbaseball.com, and check it out. Game summaries, discounts, and a lot more. Well, tomorrow it will be left-hander Joe Little for the Oaks. He will face right-hander Michel Simard from a French Canadian, and a Canadian on the mound for the Quakes tomorrow. So it should be pretty interesting. Well, that is going to wrap it up here. I want to thank first the 2 gentlemen to my left that have to help me all game long. Well, they don't have to, but they do anyway. Our official score, Harry Cardini, and our music man and PA guy, Matt White. And, of course, a big thanks back at the studio to the man who runs the show. That is Mr. G.J. Cordes. Also, a big thanks to Casey Chapman. He figured out our internet problem. I apologize once again for any games you missed, but Casey took care of business. And he is the events coordinator, does a great job. Also, the programming director, Mr. Dave Daniel, as well as the GM, Mr. Wayne Foster. Also, like to thank our own GM, Jennifer Whiteley. Well, from Visalia, California, once again, final score here, Oaks win 4-2. This is Ira Liebman. Keep an eye on Oaks Baseball. Have a great night, everyone. You're listening to K-Jug, AM 1270.